those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer.
Holy baloney, chat. Holy schmoly baloney. Oh god, I'm looking forward to the days I don't have to deal with this camera shite. Oh, there I am. So we may get brief glimpses of me today. You'll see me in my blouse fleetingly. Pardon me for the delay there. These other YouTubers really know what they're doing when it comes to cameras and stuff. I'm still getting used to the pace of the technical redundancies. I need to build in some technical redundancies, chat. It's great to see everybody. I hope you've got your jobby catchers on, because this today is looking fabulous. AMC and GME are both pretty as a picture. High in their pine tree beds. You will have noticed the treasure hunt has started. It's big news on Tradespotting land. What window is best for me to look at? The one where you guys are all chatting. That's the answer to that question, Jamie. Oh, and I just went and closed it. I'm so good at stupid stuff. That one, I get to see the chat. All right, Christopher, man, how you doing? I just caught one name there as I'm skimming through things. And this is correct, is it? Have I got everything right here? I think I have. Let me just double check this, please. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. Where do I get my meme board at? Darn you, meme board. I got memes for people. I need you now, more than ever. 260 spot 5. We like the spots. Some more of those spots. Sitting Bull, yo, how you doing? Darry James, great to see you. So thanks very much for everybody who stuck with me yesterday during the Dalai Lama story. I know it wasn't to everybody's taste, and I perfectly expected to drop off in viewers 20%, 25%. That's not crazy. Not everybody's here for that kind of thing. But for those of you who stayed and listened, you got to know a little bit more about me. And I read the comments afterwards and got to know a lot about a lot of you. And it was really nice, not just the comments, the live chat too. And some really nice messages in there, nice stories. And thanks so much for sharing with me. And it's great to get to know you better. And some of you is on a really personal level. It was really nice. Thanks for sharing. And if I haven't replied to you, it's just because I'm taking my time to go through things, and I'm like, there's lots of people I haven't replied to directly right now. So I apologise to all of you who are waiting on a message from me. And so it was really nice. And then it turned out that bit I played at the start from Any Given Sunday went and got copyright striked, and that's a fair one. So I'm not going to dispute it, because it is not fair for me to be using their stuff and claim money on it. So I completely agree with them on that point. And then secondly, it wasn't the sort of video I was planning on monetizing, to be 100% honest with you. When I thought of where I'll tell the stuff about the really personal stuff like that. And then also, if I was to try and monetize it, I'd have to then cut that bit out, and then in doing so, you remove the live chat, because the way YouTube stores them separately and stuff, it just deletes the live chat if if you make edits to your videos. And I didn't want to lose the live chat because of the nice messages that people were putting in there. I want to thank everybody so much for them. So just going to leave it as is. And if you want to catch the Dalai Lama story, it starts in there somewhere around the 1 hour 37 minute mark. And I'm sure over time, as GME goes through the fucking stratosphere and people come and watch these videos and come back just for nostalgia, or if you're watching them now, you'll send me little clips where you think, oh, this bit's good, that bit's good, and you just comment in the comments underneath the videos, and then other people come along, like yourself, they read the comments and they see your clip and they click it and they watch those bits, over and over repeatedly. So they're really helpful for people who come back. So if you ever do that on any of my videos, it's really appreciated. Thanks. And then some chap called Jeff, who's a really nice guy in 100,000,001 different ways, and helps me a lot over here with the channel. He made that clip from the video, I think it was the day before yesterday, because I was wearing a Burberry top, so I'm pretty sure that was 2 days ago. Anyway, point being, he made that clip for me and sent it to me. So just before today's video, I was able to slap the wee intro on it that a guy called Zloppy on Twitter made for Tradespotting channel, which is epic, like how crowdsourced and helpful, and the feeling that it gave me to know that there was like loads of people helping me, and the designs I've got recently from the chap that did the t-shirts. Just really, really great feeling, and thanks so much to all of you guys for everything you do for the channel. Like, it's amazing. And the other clips, and Alexander McGregor made that hype video, like amazing stuff. Like, it's crazy, like if you do to dream about doing something like this and it turning out the way it has done with you guys. And then Ronaldo's letting me play his song the other day, when we first premiered that. It was like, wow. And I swear to God, like every single day I listen to that song in the shower. Like on repeat. I listen to it on repeat in the shower. Over and over. It's fucking brilliant. Everybody. And Space Captain's made me music that I can go put on the channel, which I have to get on this computer, and I never managed to do that in time. All these people doing all these things. Fucking incredible. Like, thanks so much. Is my chart updating? Fucking better be. I just noticed in the video the other day it wasn't updating. 2268. Sorry, why did I say that too? 2268. I actually just read 262, and for some reason said that. It happens to me all the time. Tough stuff being me sometimes, chaps. And laddats. So I'll catch up with things. Kitty, Tradespotting, we can't see you. Fuck, it's gone again, hasn't it? This is just like going to be constant. Yes, I will be fleeting today. So there is new cameras winging their way to us. Unfortunately, not. Did that alert come up on the screen from Space Captain? Chipping in for the new cam. Oh my God, Space Captain, you're a legend. Thank you so much. If I can get my phone to work now, I'd be able to show. Oh, like the super chat alert came up. Thank God that thing's working at last. Thanks, Space Captain. Oh my God, it came back too, and I wasn't even trying to fix the camera at that second. How nice. But I don't expect this to last. Oh shit, for fuck's sake, eh? I'm going to do some actual I want a t-shirts too, says Kim. Yes, wow, amazing. T-shirts will be on the way. Like, the chap's done the design and everything, and so it shouldn't be too long before I get some sort of set up on the go where you're able to actually buy it. In the meantime, I'm going to have to do actual TA and go through the timelines and whatnot today, because from the new camera jar, Julius Miami as well. Look at you guys tipping there. Thanks so much. Actually, I'm going to have to read the super chats and then I'll get through after that. I'll get through to the next thing I have to do. And today I'm going to go through the timelines and do all the TA properly, like we haven't done for a while. Say we haven't done for a while. I've been given the TA as much as is needed, but I'm going to do it properly, and then people will be able to like click the chapters, which me or somebody will make, and see the exact things for each time period and whatnot, and then be able to follow along. But also there's Rocky's video in the evening, so that's like where I would really urge you to go if you're looking for information. I was hoping to see if the design was here. I was going to show you in my email, but don't see it there right now, and I don't want to take up too much of your time looking for things elsewhere. But yeah, so Joel, if you are watching along, just send me if you send me an email with that design in it when I'm on stream, I'll be able to share it and show everybody what it looks like and what the t-shirts will look like. I keep looking at the camera, but you're off camera. I have to Christy Merchant, $10, and a flying pear picture. I love that little guy. Why do they choose a pear? I don't know, but I like it. If they had a banana, wow, imagine how good that would be. Thanks so much, Christy. I have to go through and find these super chats, and at the same time, I was like jiggling the camera as I work, work it, Jamie. Thanks, Christy. Here's the super chats, Christy. Thanks, Julius. Super chat, $25 for the new camera jar. Thank you. Is the jar up front of us still working? It is, and there's a stream boss thing there with Kevin in charge at the minute. Thank you. Space Captain super chat, $20 chipping in for the new cam. Gme cool. Thanks, Space Captain. Apple Blossom, I didn't see this. Super chat, $25. Happy Friday. Apple, thanks. That's good of you, Apple. Andrew Parker has super chat $4.99. This will have to do for now until I get on the computer tonight. Let's fucking go, Jamie. All right, Andrew. Yo, Andrew. Thanks so much. I saw you in the chat in the hour just before we started. Thank you, Andrew. Oh yeah, you were asking how you joined the membership, and it didn't appear to you that there was a join button. I've got a link to join in the description. Join the channel. It's the first link, I think, so if you click that, it may help you join if you don't see the button, because I can never actually see the button myself, but it may well be that there is no button in your area. For some reason, YouTube doesn't have it in some areas and does in others. Like, I'm sure there's some reason for it. And then I've got some subscribers there. It's actually telling me subscribers, but I turned off that alert so that you didn't have to hear bing, bing, bings all the time. Welcome to McPhoenix, Joseph Mead, Charles Hamilton, Carmelo Zone, like that name, Jeremiah, Daniel Kasip, Ms. A, Ryan McCurkus, Khalid Al, Forrest Lick, Anne-Marie Price. Welcome all you new guys to the subscribers. Thank you very much. Cashy one donated. Super chatted $1.99. Thank you very much. Right, that's awful generous. Super. Thank you very much, everybody. Super Cashy. That's a nice name. Be a good nickname. If anyone says Citadel is too big to fail, then they are shilling my book. Who's saying that? They're not too big to fail. What's that? A silly thing to say. They're only just big enough that we would even waste our fucking time killing them. You know what I mean? Like, there's no too big to fail. That's who we're going after. That's exactly who some people would define as too big to fail. They're all the ones in our sex. Who else is worth fighting? You know what I mean? Us. We're going to fight some fucking punk. No. We're going to take the fucking championship home. That's what we're going to do. You know, some people say the bigger they are, the bigger they fall. It's the bigger they are, the more worthwhile fucking fighting in the first place. Like, you got the wrong attitude there if you think that anyone's too big to fail. That's literally not a real concept. In any sense at all, ever. As you'll have noticed if you've read any story about anything ever, that's not how stories go. That's certainly not how the greatest show in the greatest story in the world, about the greatest story ever told about the greatest show in the world. That's certainly not how that goes. We take them on because of their size. Camera, if you don't start working, I swear to God, I'm going to do absolutely nothing because I'm incapable of doing anything about it. I'll just be upset. Maybe if I... Google. How many people are watching? 660 people are prepared to put up with this nonsense. Thank you so much. If you didn't want to, I completely forgive you. Does that get something? I may have got something there. I'll give it a wee juggle. So we may be onto something. Are we? No, it's in my. I've managed to put it in my coffee. Oh, today is just fucking brilliant, isn't it? I can't imagine it working very well now. I've dunked it in coffee, but is this a secret? So sorry. Fuck. Ah, Jesus Christ. Mary, Joseph, and a little donkey. I suppose it's kind of better right now that chat can't see me, because I'm really managing to. Is there anyone on YouTube right now with as many as 700 viewers who's doing as bad a job as live streaming as I am? I don't think so. We're kind of breaking records here for how the size of the audience compared to the shit quality of the host. Camera, if you had 5 seconds to be reasonable. Well, we've got 5 seconds was a bit too much to ask for there, obviously. What about 2 seconds, huh, camera? You got 2 seconds on you. Wouldn't it be nice if this camera wasn't pish? Wouldn't it be nice? There's probably like really good TA being done in a minute. What's the price of things? 258. Well, that's no big deal. Nothing's really happening on price yet, so we don't need to worry about that. Which is a good sign, chat, because the killing hour, you know, it's the first hour on Friday morning and the last hour of the day. Like, I suppose you call that killing hour too, don't you? They're both quite relevant, to be honest. But the fact that we started off without dropping on a Friday, today of all days, this is a good news. Right, I'm about to give up on this fucking camera. It doesn't matter if my face is here. Nobody really wants my face. Tradespotting needs a producer. There's Jeff Smith. Tradespotting, yeah, I do need a producer. That's exactly what I need. Do I have to move to California or somewhere for you to be my producer? Because that's also not like actually such a bad deal, I don't think. Jeff, thanks very much, Jeff. Now you're here, I want to say thanks personally for making that clip, which I showed in a wee video premiere before this one. I think also during that I saw that Ronaldo joined as a chimp member. That's like a fucking absolute massive honour to me to have Ronaldo as a chimp. Everybody or everyone else in the chat is brought up by his beautiful music, and I am also raised in their quality of the composition of the members of the channel is increased with Ronaldo's memberships. Thank you so much, Ronaldo, as I about to break my charging wire with sheer frustration. So thanks, Jeff, for making that clip. Do you reckon you'll give me a second phone? I'm about to give up now. I've said that 1,000 times, but I don't really like giving up. Tradespotting, I'm in Canada, but I'll get a flight. Canada. As is tradition. I've seen that South Park episode about the Canadian royal family getting married, and I've always been fascinated with that. Why? And he rips off her arm, as is tradition. Right, come on, camera. I'm going to start. Used to be the FBI that were just in my phone. Now it's Griffin and his minions. Holy shit, look at that. It actually worked. That's me pushing it the opposite way of I normally do. That didn't last. Oh my god, this is absurd. I got $99 super chat. What the flipping heck? Daniel. $9. Cheers, Jamie. Have a few pints in the bag of blow on me tonight. You're a legend. Thanks, Daniel. That's about right, actually, for that price. Thanks, mate. Minor super chat $5. Good morning, Jamie. Here's your heart. Here's your heart. You're a legend. Thank you so much, Minor. You've been very generous to both Rocky and I. So Daniel, of course. And yesterday, I have to apologise. I called Luke Lee. I don't know if Luke was around at the time. I hope he wasn't. I called Luke Lee, but I also appreciate Lee. So thanks to Luke and Lee. Just fucking work. Oh my god. Charts updating. Are the charts not updating now, perhaps? Why is the chart not updating? What's the chart saying on my screen? It's not saying the same thing on your screen, and that means there's a real problem. No, 259.34. And you guys have got 259.79, which is what it just flicked to at that time. So you guys have got the same price as me. Charts are updating. They are indeed updating. Updating. Right, I've lost my main board, so that was the first problem. The camera's just not interested. That's becoming increasingly obvious. Awful thing being that I had it all set up a fucking hour before the stream there. It was all working fine and dandy. Oh, it should work. It's at the perfect place for it to work, and it still isn't working, and it really does my head in, because thank God it's Friday, and I can maybe work on this over the weekend, but I don't really like doing these without a camera. I started doing this stream and didn't have my shoes on, and I was like, this is just too out of the ordinary for me. I have to at least put my shoes on. And if the camera isn't working and I didn't have my shoes on, well, then I'd really be buggered. There's no way that's going to keep working. Right, okay, so the brief moments, fuck you, fucking right, that's it, fuck you, mate. Camera's going, that's it. Sorry, everybody. I won't see it, I'll be here, but There is no me today, right? Which means we can move other things around. Put that over there so it's less in the way. And we move this over, so the stream boss, it's Kevin, which I bet that's broken too. I bet you it is. It looks like it is because Kevin's was a while ago that happened with Kevin, so that's probably also not working. Screw you, Streamlabs. You really aren't the best thing in the world. And I got a new member there. Who's the new member that just joined? So I see it on that screen, but I don't see it on this screen. Let me welcome the new member, but no one's going. No, there's no way I'll know who you are at this moment in time. This is the stream with the chat on it. Welcome, it's Andrew. Andrew, welcome to Chimp. Oh, you found the button. Oh, is that because I put the link in? Ah, sweet. I actually explained something that went right. Maybe things are starting to turn around. Let's see. Somebody said at Tradespotting. It was Jaxiped. How you doing, mate? I've seen your comments. Spoke to you in Rocky Streams. You're a really nice guy. And for everybody who I haven't spoken directly to, but I've read your comments in the watchbacks. The chart isn't updating when you're tabbed out of it, I'm guessing. Also, camera works now. I bet you that camera working now thing it actually doesn't work. I bet you. I mean, I can see it doesn't. It was working for that brief fleeting moment that you were watching there, Jax. Babadoo, laughing. Somebody's laughing. Is this because I am so incompetent? If please do laugh at me, that is appreciated instead of Party Puppy, I saw your message about your comments being deleted. Balancing out Daniel's huge super chat with my lame donation. More money for me to buy more stonks. Yes, Party Puppy, you're under no obligation whatsoever. I was meant to tell. Thanks for doing that. I actually wanted to make sure I said hello to you, because I've seen lots of your messages in reading back chat, watching the videos afterwards. But I've noticed that I probably didn't catch them at the time because I don't recall saying hello. So hello, and thanks for your comments. And yes, you're right. There are messages getting deleted off the channel. Turns out there's a few people that particularly don't like me doing Utubio. I'm not sure who it is or what their problem is, but I suspect they're just jealous. Anyway, it means that every so often they go around wasting their lives reporting comments that sometimes get removed, and I don't know about it. This is my deduction, because I can't see why there would be so many people's comments being deleted. Tradespotting, put up an image of my face, and imagine an image. I could put up an imagine. I should put up an image of my face. Have I got an image of my face? Of course I have. Of course I've got loads of images of my face. It's my face, innit? Right, look. Instagram. I'm not going to be able to download photos on Instagram, but I could get it up and then put a picture of me up and then stick that in the corner. The Friends reunion, guys. You open Instagram and you're like, Friends. That's what it is. That's what it is for the next 48 hours. Friends reunion pictures, right? Go to my own profile. Hello, me. Hello, me. This is me. I'm here. I'm here. You're here, Jimmy. Right. So. Two kinds of people. I could put on me in my Versace robe, or I could put me dancing naked. I could do that. That would be. Would that people really like that? No, they wouldn't. Should I just do that? No, fuck it. I'll not do that because that's too much. I don't flick that on people. No need for that. Right. Oh, there's one of me wearing the same top I'm wearing at the minute, but no. It's also got other things in it I don't need to inflict on you. Fuck's sake. Where's a normal picture of me? Do I have normal? I'm sure I have normal pictures. Oh, everybody must hate me 'cause I'm so disorganized. Other one that says the end. Can't use that. What can I use of my face? This is me. It's not just unflattering. You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own Instagram comments here. Should be doing something else, but it's hard stringing it together. Alright, this is me. This definitely is me. I could use that for sure. It just doesn't look like a TA sort of picture. Does that matter? Does anyone give a flying shit what it looks like? Right, then I can't do a separate window capture, so this will have to be a fucking image. Oops. Which means I'll have to do a screenshot of it because Instagram doesn't let you download pictures. And then, what's that? It's that button. There you go, done that. It's got like a screenshot. Oh, I am taking so long. I'm sorry, chat. It's not that. I hope the charts are actually updating every so often. And if they aren't, then there, I've clicked on it. It should update now. 25717. What the chat is, what the story is, chat, is that it'll get down to 247. People will buy it. We'll be at 279. And Bob's your uncle. So there's your TA in a nutshell. I'll get around to explaining that in a minute. AMC is going to $37. Is it there yet? AMC's going to... Where did it get to? Yeah, it did. It got to $37. Jesus Christ. My thumbnails are like amazing, eh? Have you seen that? I put it up last night when I scheduled the video. The price obviously wasn't there. Previous target I gave everyone was around $27, and I did that when we were down at whatever it was, like $6 or something. So whatever, I don't need to blow my own trumpet. It's fucking loud enough as it is. 257, we get to 247 people back. Right, we'll go back, gonna get this image. If anybody's got a fucking problem with TA, say it to me. Don't go around having fucking conversations with other people who then tell you you're stupid and an idiot and bitch slap you for moaning behind my back. Like, come fucking say it here and we'll have a conversation about why you're a tube. Where is this picture I just took? Here it is. Captures, that's it. Then do I have to open this? No, I do have to open it. Rightio, that's that image. I got it there. That's fantastic. What's wrong with my... I know what's wrong with me. It's ADHD. Right, that goes over there. This gets closed. Shut your mouth, get out of my face. And then I'm going to open that media. So I'll rename that as me instead of that, so I can find it. Because my desktop is a mess, as you can imagine, folks. Somebody like me has a messy desktop. Right, me. And then I go over here, up Streamlabs, and I go add some sort of media source, I expect. Where is it? Image slideshow with one image. Nah, just an image. That'll do fine, yeah. And then, what, youtube.ping, what does that all that mean? Just want a normal image, buddy. Just like add source, and then see if I can double click it, and then it's like, where do you want it from? And then I'm like, yeah, sweet, this is what I wanted. And then I go desktop. And I look for me. Where is me? Me. Ah, shit, look, I'm all over the shop. There is me. You can follow me on Instagram if you like. King Jamie the First. Diddle do 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 do. I don't look tired anymore, chat. Who needs a fucking camera, right? I took this photo. I didn't take this photo. A girl took this photo. I split up with a girlfriend, right? This is here I got this photo, right? Here's a quick chat for your story for you, chat, right? I split up with this girl I was going out with, right? I loved her so much. I didn't split up with her, she split with me. That's the way it goes in my life. Anyway, I was deeply and madly in love with her, and I split up with her. She split with me when I was deeply mad. Oh shit, I have to go over on the left again, right? Okay, bye, Jar. You're over here with the price action, because, you know, so you kind of belong anyway. And this Stream Boss shit's getting deleted, because Kevin's still at that price, and the people have super chatted, so it's not working. And then I can go down here, and here I am, right? And that's me. And nice to meet you. My name's Jamie. This is very wholesome content today, chat. Very wholesome. It's me talking about me. Do it have to be bigger? Does anyone care? No, they don't, Jimmy. You're getting obsessed now, right? Look, there's me. It's got a hookah there. But I'm also in the way of price action, so I could just move myself. Right, I could actually just shut up now and move this over. Yeah, so I was going out with this girl, right, chat? She lived in Amsterdam, and so when I split up with her, and I was in Amsterdam, it meant that I had to come back to where I actually lived, in Edinburgh, where my flat was, 25432. And it probably isn't going to get, this might be the best buy you get today, as it happens if you're eager to get in and you don't give a shit about $5, $6, $10, which probably, you don't need to. You could just buy it now. So later on when the price is higher, if that happens, and you're like, Jamie, you're telling me stupid stories, then, well, there you go. There's the answer. That's the prices. You can do it now if you wanted. Right, so when I can see chat at the side there, I can see it, yes. No, that's the wrong thing. I don't want that. I want the actual updated live chat. Here we go. And that's live stream. And I've got a party popper. That was that party popper. Thanks so much. Craig Hunter, Stefan Soren likes, everybody there. Apple Blossom, Kim, love it. Vincent Castle, webcams be damned. Jake, go fuck them. Dabian, how's it going, buddy? Kim Robbins, how you doing? Gorgeous, thanks. Andy A, not even an inkling to sell anything. Lol, they are rude. Yeah, the hedges are fucked. Wear that outfit on Monday, Delora Murphy. Okay, Delora, if you like. It's just a white linen shirt. It's nothing particularly special. It was a nice fancy place though, tell you what it was. Wow, it looks far too fucking massive. In fact, that's like really I'm hating on that picture. It's far too egotistical sticking an Instagram photo of me up big on the fucking screen like that. You can shut up, Jamie. Go down there. In fact, you can go off like that. That's like at least look less like myself there slightly. I am completely up myself, so don't get me wrong. But Tradespotting, Rocky Outcrop. Do we go gap fill down on GME? Quite possibly, Jeff. Did we gap fill down? Here's a good question from Jeff. Jeff wants me to shut up talking about my ex-girlfriends. Perfectly acceptable. So does everybody else that ever hears these stories. Where is it that I'm looking for? 248, 49. Like, oh, did I say it was going to 247 or was it 254 and it just went and did what I said it was going to do? Is that what happened? Is that what it does? Yeah. On its way. There's the 20 period moving average. So what I've done here, chat, as you can see, is these are our moving average. The 20 period exponential moving average. The 55 period exponential moving average. 100 simple. 100. Sorry. And 100 exponential moving average. Shit, Jimmy, get them up so everyone can see, because I've just gone over the basis line. Have I gone over the basis line? No, I haven't. Right, cool. Yeah, the 100, 200, the 100, 200. So 20. Oops. Stop that. 20, 55, 100, 200 simple, and the 100, 200 exponential, right? That's what's on the charts there, folks. This red's 200, that's the main one I look at. And then I've added the Bollinger Bands. I've turned off the basis line of the Bollinger Bands, which is like follows very closely to this 20 period moving average anyway, so there's no point in having both of them. And this is the top level of the Bollinger Bands, which is important for, you know, trending moves. I'm talking about extending price action. It's like when you're above there, prices tend to increase, the size of candle bars increase exponentially until such times as they dip back below, and then they test levels like the 20 basis and below, right? Open and closing below that might mean that you're going on to test some of these other moving averages. Did we gap fill? Let's check this. Daily. Oof, there's very close, but no, that's not a gap fill, Jeff. 217. That was the target, wasn't it? It was where I would be putting my orders if I had money, I was saying yesterday, which I don't have at the minute because cash flow, I need to get into a routine. I need to get into the right routine, and it fucking took the biggest chunk I've ever out of my trading account, which I used to live on, took it out and put it into this fucking treasure hunt for you guys. So that's what it is, and I have to be safe, right? I have to be safe, and I've got a significant GME. Anyway, shut up, Jimmy. Right, so yeah, did we gap fill? Jeff's question. No, we didn't yet. Could we? Quite possibly. Yes. Would that be positive reaction upon that? Yeah, it would be, because it's also support, right? This is one of the tricks that poor shorters get stuck with when they think that, you know, oh, look, this would be support, right? They think this would be support, this area where prices, and my cursor working on screen, I hope it is so you can see what I'm saying. They would assume that like support would be in around 230 to 222, right? They'd think that, these shorters. So if the price ever goes like down below there, lots of them jump in, they're like, oh fuck, prices are breaking. Or idiots that are long cover their positions like there, because they just don't understand how this works, and they keep getting eaten, right? Their attrition destroys their account. You need to be brave. You can't just start trying to cover every time you think you've hit resistance and then closing it as the price comes back down. You could if you were as good as good or better than me. Maybe that would work out as long-term as a successful trading strategy. But if you aren't, right, if you aren't, and I'm not patronizing anyone, right, then don't do it, because you'll end up just losing out in terms of like every little cover you take will cost you money, because you'll get out of it at a loss. You'll think that you're doing yourself a favor by protecting yourself from dips, but you're not. You're just eating the loss every time there is a dip. And like your position, like when we're going way fucking higher, so you could get caught in an awful fucking situation. So there's a lot of people who do that sort of thing, who send me a message saying, is this sensible? And I have to say no, and like I feel compelled to explaining why. If I can put a timestamp in this video so that I'll direct people back to it in future, like why you shouldn't try and cover positions during trending moves. It's a stupid idea anyway, and that's referring to any asset you're ever trading And when you apply that case to GME, well, you're a complete fucking tube if you're doing that. So don't act like a fanny. Just be sensible. Just hold, right? Don't be stupid. And if you wanted and you had free cash, you could buy at dips, and that's not financial advice. And none of this is financial advice. But if that was financial advisor you were sat in front of and you were asking him questions and he was giving you like live by minute readings on charts, he would say, yeah, well, like 217 looks good for the, and so does here, right? Because this is a trending move. So what happens? Well, people. Let's come down, it's a big bounce, we've talked about this, what commonly happens at these periods when that sort of thing goes. This trend has been strengthening, that trend has been an increase in the downside, but that's taken us down to here. Prices are already going lower than this maybe would suggest, this formation on the DMI, so that if this does turn around, that'll be like hidden bullish divergence / what you might call convergence. Well, I mean, you would when it got back up the top and it was fucking busting through up at 279 again, which is what's going to happen. So here's like orders will be coming in here around 241. These are sort of good places. There's a cross there. It's not a significant one. These are sort of places people will be taking it. It could also be that, there's a cross here in the DMI. Sorry, the MACD. Let's see that's like in the 30 minutes. No, it's not efficacious because we're above the 200. It's happening above the center line, which is what you'd want for a short, of course. You don't take a move after the trend has nearly ended. You take it at the start, if possible. This candle, 30 minutes, looks like that. Is it coming in for what some people assume would be support? Maybe, but that would actually be around 228, like we said, down to 217, that sort of area. So, and if it did come in there, prices would be lower than it was previously. The MACD, as you can see, it's like not even close to coming down to these levels, so that you can anticipate that at that stage there would be bullish divergence on the histogram. You could also then expect that trades would be picking up, and so there would be a cross. Would we be below the 200 by there? No, because this trending move started fucking ages ago, way over here, when we were all telling everybody it started way over fucking here. So that would be a buy, right? Hedges are fuck. This is all a buy. Everything in here is a buy. At the end of today, that's brilliant. At the end of the week, if the week ends anywhere around this fucking 250 area, that's absolutely fucking awesome. If it ends above 200, that's absolutely fucking awesome. So we're speaking over the period of I want to get it this week, and today, the last day of this week, which is happens to be episode 10, part A. Rocky does part B. Episode 10. In the greatest story ever told about the greatest show that we've ever seen. Then today's your date, and any buys in around here are a bargain. If you just got in on that move and the prices went down low 240s, then congratulations. There's a new addition to the pool, perhaps even some into the infinity pool. Right. So what was I doing there? I was giving like not really specific to you, and I was just flighting through time frames. So this is where I actually went over here to check what was happening on the DMI at that point, and the trend is strengthening, despite the fact that the DI plus has taken a slope down, the DI minus has gone up. Oops, I tried to zoom in there when I was doing that. We can also see that that trend during that period, that was that weakening, that was that strengthening. So this only got down to the 38 to bounce up again. So this downtrend is not yet real. This is still the last legs of this upward move. Strength's being represented here. There's no actual follow through on this move yet. And as you can see, that sort of thing happens. Here's the DI plus turning down as it does here. As it does that, the ADX is still strengthening. So this is increasing. The trend is still increasing despite the fact that there are little retraces. And as it's happening, the DI minus comes up and they look like they're bouncing. It's not a bounce, right? That's not how this thing works. It's wrong to call that a bounce. It just looks like that. They touch each other. They go mwah, 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 and have a wee snog, and then they fuck off. Right, so that's probably what's going to happen here, and it's probably a buy. Let me just check over on the actual charts again, because I don't know what I was looking at there. Oh yeah, I was looking at this thing, and then I screamed off the indicator thinking my actual charts are on a different window. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm really not getting enough sleep with these episodes. Right. Well, somebody's getting those buys, 242, low 240. So if you're above the 20 period there, it's just totally normal, right? Some people might be like, oh, what's happening with price? And obviously we've got these questions about the gap fill, like Jeff was asking. And Jeff's probably asking that because he thinks lots of people are wondering, and it would make for a good episode. So thanks for that important point, Jeff. But the answer from like me is like, yeah, it would be fantastic, wouldn't it, if we could get those buys? And that's kind of what he's getting at. These would be fantastic areas to buy, but also I'm not sure if that's going to happen, because those questions become pertinent and are on your mind as you see price action do these sorts of things. But I mean, what are these sort of things? Well, here's one of them here. It just caught the 20. Went straight back up again, and that was like, well, what the fuck are we doing, pissing around? These are just buys, right? And where's that represented by? Well, this like, oh, we're going to go down. It's like, no, we fucking aren't. And then boom, 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 boom. And let's see, that was like this MACD. They're like, oh, it's crossed over. You know, it's like it's above the 200. Like this, I've said this so many times. It's above the 200, right? If anything, that's like a weak as shit buy signal. But you could add it as confluence to this, and you could probably slap on your RSI. Check it out. What was that particular one where we were saying it looks like maybe a negative cross in and around here, and you slap on your RSI, there it comes down, touches the center line, it bounces up again. And this wasn't even like, you know, what was that? That was bullish convergence, and then on again, and then it's like, whoa, some people here are like, oh, we're in the oversold zone. Here we're even above it, right? We're trending outside of it. At that point, there's where you might see a tiny bit of a retrace, and so it was price an inflection, at which point, until such time as the strength comes back, right? Because people are like, way, we did it, guys. And then like at that point there was an inflection point. So here you're like, well, I don't enter at resistance, I enter at support. So let's see what that's put in. And the price action puts in support for us. It's not price action doing it, it's market participants bring these candles to closes at these levels. And so this is where we're seeing some buying pressure. And you know, common tactic of large accounts is catch the trades just before the dip, because, you know, as you slide into it, right, lots of trades start getting triggered. People that take day trades have got stops in and around these levels, so you want to catch a lot of that liquidity. I mean, you might even push the price down there. Some people that are going long might even like do like, oh well, I'll just like chink in and chink out again, fucking paper-handed bitches. And like, if you find those people or you see those YouTube channels doing that shit, tell them to stop fucking doing that, because it doesn't help anybody. Like, it doesn't, and it really harms their position long term if they're holding on to this for more than a few minutes. And if they're not, then they're just using this movement to try and make a quick buck, and you should tell them to get to fuck. Right, so like you're getting offered in the 230s now. This is like the sort of place you might be like, oh, fantastic. Hey, I mean, I imagine you would. We'll keep on the 30 minutes. And no, we won't. We'll just go down like 5 minutes. And there you get some really scary stuff. Oh my god, we're below the 200 in 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. And these are good buys for some people. Does that look dramatic? Well, not really, because it's not even like, you know, here's your levels. If it goes back and do a 5 minutes candle where it'll close in 3 minutes 40 seconds, if this starts getting pulled up from here, touching the 100, 200 close to 100, that's not right. That's the simple period 200, right? Costed by the other 200. It doesn't mean anything. We would like that to see that pull back up, but it's normal at these points. And anyway, so this is 5 minutes, so it's absolutely useless talking about those kind of things on that kind of time frame. 15 minutes, this is like the smallest thing that's even worth looking at, and you'll get into bad habits if you look at the other time frames. And people who look at these 1 minute time frames and claim to be traders probably aren't, right? Because shit all you can do in the 1 minute apart from scare people, right? So 230, still getting the 230 buys. What's the volume like at this point in time? We've got it on there, turn it on, yeah, see it. Ooh, nice start. That's volume. Is that buying or selling volume? Well, the price is going down. What does that mean? But for every buy there's a sell, so does it mean that shit? No, it doesn't fucking mean that. Let's look at the RSI to confirm the strength, right? Well, this is an uptrend, so the RSI, what's relevant about the RSI in an uptrend is the buying strength, right? In a downtrend, what you would be looking for is the selling strength. And if you can define those two that distinction, if you can make that distinction at the start of your analysis in terms of divergence, you'll save yourself a lot of confusion further down the line, right? And so this is an uptrend, so we're measuring the buying strength. So as the buying strength drops off, prices have dropped, and they've dropped. The buying strength has dropped way off down to like these levels here, down to these sort of levels. Is it? Yeah, it's way even below these sort of levels, but the price isn't there yet. So in an uptrend, like the buying strength's dropped off, yet the price hasn't been. They haven't even without any of that buying pressure, even with fuck all buying pressure, prices still haven't dropped that low, and that's like hidden. That's a hidden divergence. Is it? Well, it's not really. It's like actually just convergence. And so at this point, we'll see and look and see if these prices turn around, and at which point we can then start really looking and see is there divergence in between these moves and stuff like this. But again, you're then trying to compare things between what aren't really comparable apples and oranges, right? These are not two highs. This is one high. And the previous high you'd be comparing all of this against. If you were going, you might say it's like here. Like it's very difficult to. It's on 15 minutes. This is even like a silly idea. None of these things are highs. Like to compare divergence between them is not particularly helpful. This is all one trend and move. But you could look at it, say, and compare it on a significant time frame and say, well, here's like up at the 1 hour. That's like the least that you could do for looking at significance, I suppose. How's this hour going to go finishing on like that? Hi, Coco. That was a cute little meow. So, what's this candle look like on the hourly? Is this profit taking paper bitches? Higher, higher, higher. RSI lower. So that's not positive, especially. But that's not positive. But where does the entry come? Does look like a gap fill might be on when you go up to the hourly chart there. This momentum will start to pick up again to the downside, so we'll see how far that goes. Let's just check where we could. That's the wrong one. Just check where we could maybe expect to see that end. If there was a trend being put in here, no, there isn't yet. There isn't yet. Say something like that. Well, not really. Like that'd be quite a push, wouldn't it? Two touches don't make a trend. What's actually much more likely is that we're in some sort of situation more like that, and even that's pushing it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. But let's see, when you compare it to this, yeah, that's true. This will come down. That might be like that. I can see that they would have like some a degree of that here. That might come in with. Let's see that if there's any divergence there between the lows and where we're making now, and if we can see potential divergence in these sorts of areas. How are you, Coco? Coco's right up at the microphone. Yes, it's nice, isn't it? Let me move that camera out of your way, Coco. Right, sorry, chaps. What was I saying about this? There's divergence. Let's go up and see if there is a trend on that. No, let's actually check if there was divergence here first. Like these lows, so where is that on price action? Where is that? So in between here and here, so the negative momentum, the negative Momo is weaker. Obviously, the price is way higher. So there's no bullish divergence that we can draw from that. Obviously you wouldn't. It's not really. It's nothing like a low. So what were we going to do then? When I was looking at it, I was going to look up to the 4 hour and see if there was anything coming up there. Yeah, so it's like just more of an example of that's what the dominant trend is at the minute. And if you want to then extrapolate that through what was happening previously, you can see this was a dying off. Oops, Coco, you think that was a joke, do you? That's what it seems to be saying there. Hey, Coco, please stop rubbing everything. That's kind of what you're saying too at the minute. Thanks, Coco. That was lovely. Everyone appreciated that. Thanks. While we're on, what are we on? Rolls Royce, is it? No, we're not. We're still on GME, right? Oh shit, was that all on Rolls Royce? Coco turned us to Rolls Royce. Here's the GME, right? Yeah. So this is the trend we're in. We can expect to see this pick up again when we hit support. Where will support be? Well, 217, 222, or in these 230s. Where's the actual window I'm looking for? Coco, you really throw me off the track here. What were we thinking? Right, we were looking at support. Reckon 241s. We'll go down to 15 minutes and see if that looks like maybe put in some sort of. Could have definitely draw a fib on here now and say, what does that look like in terms of a formation and what sort of pattern are we forming here? Well, this could be the sort of thing that really takes off if it bounces up from here already, because we've got this strength of trend in the ADX, and there's like a potential turnaround here on the DI positive. It's got down to the center line. That's what you'd potentially expect. RSI's bounced and is approaching the center line on the 15 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. So like with regards to the EMA, it's got a bit to go, so it could come on up, and then it'll meet resistance probably in around this area again at the overbought zone, which in retrospect, when we get there, the price may have done something significant here where would it come back to? Well, we could expect to see it up at 250. So like at this move, to say whether the drop there was the end of the day, and we'll only really know that as and when prices get back up above 256. 258 into the 260 sort of areas, and then you would probably think this would be a low for at least until around power hour, when Rocky, the newly vaccinated, deeply in love with Microsoft Rocky, will be covering the last run of price action. Oh my goodness. So much Coco's hair just went in my face. Did you do that on purpose, Coco? You may well have done so. So that was me trying to extrapolate price action from looking at a 50-minute time frame. What am I doing? I'm going to embarrass myself here. Let me just check there. Oh, I am. I'm back. Nope, I'm gone. Right, well, that's an unnecessary flirting with my camera. What else was I going to do? I was actually going to do real TA, and I never actually quite got around to it yet, so I apologise for that. And I apologise for Coco's interruptions. Right, so what else am I looking at here? This is all done on the log chart, so I could also have a little bit of that on linear and make people more accustomed to what they usually look at. Can't you, Jamie? Let's look at that. Let's look at this move. Let's call it... Probably call the low on this at chat. The more further back you go, like the more you're just drawn to go to the left, because there's no real significant low, which is going to mean that this is like fuck all of a retracement at all, which is then again going to be very bullish, right? So like that's all just, if this was our high, we came down, we touched the 236, right? So this is why this type of analysis is helpful during trending moves, which is what I've been doing, fibs, during these trending moves since here, right? Since the 11th of May, at least, right? This is what I've been doing, everyone's known. Anyway, but that's why I'm doing these, right? So you got back to the 236, so we'll judge the strength of this retracement based on how far it goes. You'd expect a bounce at the 236. So again, then what about it does afterwards? And if you're really, really, really Mr. Fib, then you'll come in here and you'll be like, oh, there's also like that. Let's imagine it's like that, and let's see what the bounce is. And the bounce is on fibs. So you can take this as long as you want, take this as deep as you want, right? You can measure this retracement and see the strength of this move. And it would be very unusual to see, after seeing a candle like that. Stretch this out so you can see it. Haven't seen a candle formation like that. Anyway, if you know what you're talking about with candlesticks, you'll recognise that. That doesn't necessarily look good, but the chances of them working out, it depends what happens with this candle and where the retracement goes to. And if it's above 382, then this move might be dead. This retrace down might end there. But I would expect to see on this particular retrace there to be a bounce at the 236. Whether it gets above of our retracement of the move up, whether it then gets above the 236 of its own pullback, is what we would judge to, like a lot of people would judge to enter their trades, right? The day traders as well, like anyone who took profit here, they'd be looking at this now and be saying, well, is this going to break through the 236? Because then this down move may have ended because the retracement is valid, right? Okay, that's why breaking through the 236 is a valid retracement. And then if they were short and they hadn't closed their position, they would then close it, take profits if we then broke through the 0.5. That would be the last place they would, if they had entered their short here. And if the prices got to here at the minute, then if you were a day trader and this was some other asset and you were short, the way you would trade this would be you'd move your stop loss, which would all be in presumably if you took this trade would have been in and around there. And then you would move it into profit. So if prices get above like the 236, or maybe if they get above 382, or certainly I would say if they've got above the 0.5, and then last hope in hell you've got is in around the 618, which pace you've lost all your profits on the move, right? So you shouldn't trade like that. You would take 1.5 risk to reward ratio on this particular move, looking at this turnaround that's flipping up. You'd see all this coming in with a close here, right, with it potentially bouncing off the center line or going through it and up into here again. You'd close that trade by moving your stop loss to that particular area. That's what you do if you're going short. Now, I don't recommend using any of those tactics during the squeeze because they'll all hurt your own account, right? You're going to hurt yourself there. You probably won't hurt anyone else. You probably just hurt yourself. This is game theory on the markets, right? You're incentivized to do the best you can for yourself. So think about that, right? And how you want to maximize the profit of your position. It's not from using stops, and limit orders are your friend, even if they're difficult or awkward or inconvenient to do them. But and here we go, right? So we're back beyond the 236, so you get a little bit of activity here. And that's a positive move. It's also above those EMAs and shorter term time frames. We're going through the center line on the RSI, and we'll see if there's some sort of kiss and make up between these two. With regards to the MACD, we were hoping to see this momentum not be very, very strong. It hasn't reached any of the previous lows, as you can see there, yet. This is it here on this really short time frame. Where would it be maximum? In around there. So that's where we've used that such once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So this is like an area where the negative momentum tends to die off in the context of this move, right, which is the arrow we drew, the line we drew through here, which corresponds with this price action that we've been looking at, this move, which goes up here. And these things give you like a broader picture, right? And these are oscillators, right? This is the DMI, the MACD, and RSI, and then above here we've got the volume, and between them we cover volume, momentum, and also momentum, and this one's momentum too, but with some volatility built in. And you know my thoughts on the volatility, right? It's a bing bong, right? So that's already started all that stuff. Volatility is fucking huge. Your average true range is increasing all the time with these candles, which is another reason why I use the Bollinger Bands, and I only, even in these type of moves, use the top Bollinger Band. The bottom one I turn off. And for the chap who asked about the Keltner bands or channel, I'm just so used to using it in combination with the EMAs and my momentum on the MACD and a touch of volatility from the DMI, along with just having, like, I'm not a big fan of the average true range stuff. I just see it off the top of my head, and I don't think it helps with lots of different. I mean, it doesn't give me a definitive way any definitive statistical outcome from it. So like, while it paints a picture, it doesn't necessarily add to the success of my edge. It doesn't, so I don't use it. And every so often I'll look at the OBV, which again will tell you like a similar mechanism is being used in that type of concept, right? It's about the increasing range across the volume compared to previous candles, and that like they build in a degree of relativity, and that is taken to mean robust outcomes by a lot of people, but it isn't. It's just from as a cue for what way it'll slot into the jigsaw that is your edge, right? It isn't in and of itself a signal. And so you would measure it in statistics and rely, and like, anyway, like, I'm not going to go through how to become a good trader because it takes years anyway. If you want to do it, you follow Rocky Outcrop on YouTube. That's the short answer. So the 236, what have we got through now? To back up at 246, those good buys and 280s to people, they'll look like good buys now. This is a bullish engulfing candle as it is. If this closes here, well, we need to get above that wick, which it could do, and it would be very tempting for it itself to close up at 382. That'll be a magnet now. We're up above here. Let's just see my phone getting noisy. The advantage of this candle, like, see, this is a proper bullish engulfing candle, even opened lower than the previous candle closed. So you've got like that's like the start of which you could look back on this as a bear trap, with the prices opening lower. Like, there's actually idiots that sold here, right? They were selling down there. Imagine how stupid you'd have to be. You obviously aren't watching me talking right now about buying it in 30s and how good that'll look for the rest of the day. But you're also like selling your fucking things there. You're a complete fanny, right? That dude right in there. Somebody got their order off the books taken there. You're a total tube, buddy. You need to really do some homework, right? This candle's closing below the 236. That's also, like, you could have anticipated that, because this is the point, right? This is the end. And when this candle closes, does it just shoot up on the 50 minutes? How long have we got left? 2 minutes 30 seconds. So if this is a bear trap in the last few minutes, people are just going to fucking buy this up. The people that bought it down here, perhaps. And that's how you trap people. Will it or not close above the 236? That's, again, like, this is already a good enough move. Doesn't matter if it's bullish in and of itself. You could have 2 or 3 candles here that would constitute a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. And if everyone's within 3, then it's got a degree of reliability that you can rely on. Pardon me. Look, boom, there it goes. Is that what did I tell you, folks? Boom. And then I shouldn't really be doing this second by second because you'll get the wrong idea. Anyway. So, you know, I'm not a wizard, I'm not a magician, I don't have any effect on price action. If that's somebody, like, if that's If that's you, Daniel, in chat, if that's you, Daniel, doing that to everybody, good on you. Or if it's somebody else, good on you. Anyway, so congratulations, everybody. This looks very positive. And if you got your 230s, that looks positive. We're below this 20 period moving average. We're also not closed this 16 minutes yet, and it's still not, it's definitively above the 236, and it's not how you would take trades, but I understand that we're in a bullish as fuck market conditions. I understand what this environment's like from previously having traded shitloads of other things that behave exactly as GME is behaving right now. I've traded shit like this all the time. It's what I like to trade. This is where my home ground, right? And even if this, what you'd have to see here is some absolute fool come in and spend all their money pushing this down. And then trying to and what sort of retrace is on that candle. So if this is a retrace of, this is obviously we went up to the 30 minutes there because we don't want to get everybody too much excited about me calling price action to the second and then start taking trades off what I'm saying, because I really don't want that to be unethical, and I wouldn't want people to feel that way. So this is the candle body, and if we close there, then we're up. Where is that? It's around. This is drawn it the wrong way. It should be drawn it the other way around, but it's not yet at the 50%. So I don't think we're going to make there either on this particular candle. So it's neither here nor there. But it's all about what happens next. And if we close above the 236, and it's very positive, and within long, you could see us back up at 256. At which point, then you'd ask other questions, because you'd have a question to ask here about potential bearish divergence. This move did get down to a 236. It didn't go below it, so you couldn't confirm this as a top. So it's not valid to compare these as divergences yet. This may indeed, on the 30 minutes, and then again, on the 30-minute timeline, this may be a kiss and a move up. This is also doing something positive. If we go up to look at that and what that might be evolving into in the 1 hour, we can see that this caught us. That's our 20 period / exponential moving average and our basis line. Also, this fib that we've drawn in is taken from that wick, so you can't say much in and of itself, other than it didn't go below the 236. This is this fib here, and the retracement on it on the hourly is yet to close back above the 236. So we'd like to see that happen. Down at 242, just as that candle was closing on 15 minutes, and then the first buys are being put in here. So we closed below the 236, so there's still flux to be had here. There's still perhaps orders to be taken. That's a 50% retrace on that candle, so this is still a bullish move. It's also caught above the 55 period moving average. So you could see it, expect it to go up around again, 248. Anyway, I'm not going to call price action step by step every few minutes. That's not helpful for anyone. And as you know what I feel about it, if you're looking for entries, which is what most people are still doing at the minute, sensible people, you don't know if these sort of areas of divergence. You can see the RSI, if you were looking for here's a lower low on price. Is it even? No. Perhaps there was this candle here was right. This candle here was a lower low in price than here, but also if you can see in there, this is called abandoned baby, right? This candlestick pattern is called an abandoned baby, and the two either side of it are both higher body closes than its top of its body close. That's what we call an abandoned baby, right? Look it up, or don't. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to be a better trader, don't bother looking this shit up. And then so you then need to be saying, well, but look, the RSI was lower, right? And it's like, yeah, so was this lower. It doesn't tell you anything. It's a trend and move, topside, mate. It bounced off the oversold zone. If you even got in there, that's what you would actually say about that. Nothing else to take from it other than the fact that that's a very bullish candlestick pattern. Then you had this move, and put newer highs than over here. RSI higher than it, that's bullish convergence. So when the price came back down, it was a buy. It was a buy here, it was a buy here. And when it got above there, it was also a buy, and we got below again, didn't even touch here, and the price went up. That was obvious that was happening. Then this high itself, within a period of we are at resistance, you've broken through the previous resistance and turned it what may be causing forming support. And that period of time, what you see in price action here, folks, what you'll see, what the picture I'm building up to explaining is, this is called consolidation, right? And it's what we've been talking about at every time we've met resistance. If we consolidate at resistance, that's like standing outside the three little piggies, and we're the big bad wolf, and we're telling you, we're going to blow your fucking house down. We're going to puff and puff and blow your fucking house down. And then we keep doing that, and then we do blow their fucking house down, and we gobble them up. And as we do that, we blast through the level of the walls and that they've got. Well, you can't really call them walls. There has not been a significant wall on the GME order book that I've seen in fucking ages. While there have been shares loaned out to people and they have met the books at certain times, it's always been done in a manipulative way. The walls have been total bullshit, they're not real, and then the market orders that come on are suspicious as fuck, so that's all total bollocks. And that's my reading of the order book recently. It's as much fuckery as I've ever seen on one, and it's really like, it's just fucking obvious. Like, somebody should do something about it, and those people are going to be us. Right, so the price is here. I want to see how this candle closes on the 15 minutes. It'll also be interesting to look at this on the 4 hour, which will be coming up for a close in 12 minutes time, and then we'll get to that TA when it happens. So this is a much heavier TA focused episode since that I've got through the technical issues. So I was hoping that it would be like that with a camera, because then I'd be able to make better clips and I'd be able to gesticulate and use the meme board thing, which also broke for goodness sake, and Stream Boss thing's gone. So best laid plans of mice and men. Mice and men and apes and apes and apes again. Right, poetry. Woo! So, 236 bounce off that. Expect to see that come down. Do I see another test here? Do I see a lower test? Right, you could do. At that stage, you'd be in the shorts would be in danger of putting in severe danger of. Did we actually? No, they could get down there without causing bearish divergence. On the MACD at least. On the RSI, there, you'd have to get that down. Prices could easily get down there without bearish divergence. Yeah, we could easily see a drip down that. Would we see it to 217? Fucking hell, chat. We could maybe see this drop down at 217 and get some fucking amazing orders there. Maybe. What would that do? If we did, we'd probably immediately then bounce back up into the 230s, and fuck it, that would be beautiful. If we did it with putting in a positive candlestick pattern, that'd be even more beautiful, but I wouldn't imagine that's going to happen. What's probably going to happen is people buy it here again, even though they could have got it cheaper a few minutes ago. They'll close it above the fucking this candle. This is a confusing fib because I've moved it. Can I delete that? Yeah. No, I can't. That's not. Yeah, I can. Right, good. It's gone. Awesome. That's a 236 from this retracement. Oh, that's a 236. Yeah, it bounced off its low there. Okay, well, I could put that back on and then move it up, and we'd see when it broke the 236. But do we really need to? No, because what the area we really need to see these candles start closing above, regardless of all of those. Oops, sorry, putting on my history there. The candles we really need to see this close above. Alt H for dropping it. Alt H is at the top of these wicks here, and when you get a condo body close in and above there, then prices will shoot up again. Obviously, we'll have a little bit of inflection there, and it'll depend what happens when we look at the RSI and the MACD. If there's bearish divergence and we do get further tests down, if that happens before we close the gap and fill 217, it may well be that there's selling pressure up here. But does that mean that the prices are going to stop? No, it could be a trap, but like this could all be a trap. And it would be a bear trap to the top side. There is no bull trap here, right? There isn't. That isn't a bull trap. That's the selling pressure there. That's the lack of buying pressure rather than selling pressure on this trending move. So that's that, right? And then 9 minutes time, the 4 hour candle will close. And what would we like to see in the 4 hour candle? Well, it's above the 236. That's fantastic. You know, closing 4 hour candles above there is fantastic. We're still in the overbought zones. This very positive trend in price action. What are we with regards to that? This is like a super trend. Look at that, right? Boing, guys. This is super positive, right? So there's different formations that are going on here too. If we were to see a retrace, what would it look like? Well, in my experience, this line is not as like it's got 1, 2, 3 touches, right? It's still relevant until it no longer is. So I'd look at this as like an outlier, and then I'd look at what's obviously this sort of shape here. I'd say this is far too steep to be sustainable, right? Also, we've made it up above the oversold zone, so we put it down. I'd suggest that that'll probably break. What would that mean for price action? It's a 4 hour candle, so I would say that price action may float above the 236 and drop down again. At which point, 823 people watching. Wow, thanks for tuning in, so many people. You're all very welcome. And I'm sorry I'm not reading chat, and if that's not what you're interested in the TA, then it's your lucky day. So far anyway. Well, the last we burst, right? So this is a 4 hour, and now we're looking for that. It's very positive. This is all confluent. This is incredibly positive. That's going to fucking boost up again. There's that bounce. This is sustainable. This is a sustainable move. That is sustainable price action on the RSI. That is not divergent on the MACD. this top to this one, you could suggest that would be divergent, but then you'd have to have this close below the 236 to define this as a top, so you could compare it, and that doesn't have any sort of turnaround either. There was no 236 retracement on that, so or let's just show you there. We got to there. Prices didn't even come touch the 236, so that wasn't a top. So you can't compare this a top to anything because it's himself isn't a top. You certainly can't compare it here because that wasn't a top either. This might as well just be a straight fucking line. There is no tops to be comparing between there. If you go back over here, you could say like this is the closest you're getting. You could say that's a top here. It's top on RSI, no divergence. You can look across the MACD, no divergence. If anything, that's a confluence. That's a strengthening of trend. You can see that happened this was crossing, so people were taking a breather. Look down at the RSI, you can see that was just a lack of buying pressure rather than sales. This is like people building up for buys that are happening here, and they're going to reload. Probably a lot of them already did in 230 because they didn't think they'd get in at 217, 222, and they're probably right. So this is a good move. On the 4 hours, you can see the 20 period also functions as the basis line. 20 period simple moving average. That would not even come close to test that. It'll probably move up here. That looks very positive. So there's lots of areas of support. And then this says to me here is that 204 would be good. 618 retrace in there around 180, right? That would be your absolute best buy from where prices are at the minute. I'm not talking about what like my way of trading is about being safe but also making the most maximum profits. And so if I was looking at this and I was a massive account, right? Say my trading account and how I'd behave in 30 years time, what I would say is that I'll just hold off and I'll put my orders in here around at 180 to 190 to 197, and when the prices get there, I'm the whale. I'm the volume I want to see in the world. I'm making the fucking changes around here. Things should be, GME should be fucking 2,450. I missed this move. I'm getting in when it gets back here. Right? If prices get back to here, this is an amazing area to buy at now because of what we've seen here and the bullishness that came with it. This is like a huge buy area. Anywhere down here is like the 618 retracement on this move is an amazing buy, right? Which means that the prices are fucking unlikely to get there because it's fucking screamingly obvious, right? This is obvious. This is so obvious that it's probably not going to fucking happen, right? That's the truth. And the amount of liquidity down here would be fucking raj. Like we could put on the VPVR and check it, but I can't be bothered. You can see that it's all their activity came in. It's a big bail bag. Volume at these areas before, volume at these areas, volume at this area, volume at this area, shitloads of volume in and around this area. You know, you're not even going to get there. That's 222. That's your best buy. That's loads of volume. Like price action, your weighted price action, weighted volume price action without even needing to turn on a VPVR or without even having to turn on a any of these intraday indicators that give you like weighted volume price like the VWAP or any edition of it. You don't need that pish when you can just see here like the you know, it's fucking obvious, right? And if you string your technical analysis together, like you build up a picture of events in order to construct a logical sequence, right, that will give you a derive from that or statistical reliability, then you have to go through this process. There's no just slap on a VWAP and you'll somehow magically have the answers, right? And it's the same with any intraday indicator. You need a pattern of confluence, right? You need to do a study of confluence. You need to recognize patterns. You need to see what's going on in order to derive some sort of conclusion, which isn't just hocus pocus, which is why my price targets are quite commonly hit because I go through this process, right? Which is why often these videos and these parts of them are quite long. Anyway, I'm not getting animated. I'm just trying to explain quickly to people that like why it is the way it is, right? And if you're learning technical analysis and that, and more power to you, right? And if you're another YouTuber watching these videos to learn how to do it, then congratulations, right? Great, positive, and your audience will benefit from it. It's all fantastic. And if you want the best stuff, you'll go to Rock Outcrop because that's where I get all my tips and that's where I learn all my shit, right? And speaking about that, I'll put on the Ichimoku Cloud in a minute and I'll show you why 180 is support. It'd be a fantastic buy if you got anywhere near there. But that is rapidly moving up, right? That 180 support that we're looking at here from this 618 fib, as price action evolves here, you're thinking, right, well, what, you know, those accounts are thinking, oh, fuck, you know, this looks fucking awesome. Anyone looking at GME right now says this looks fucking awesome. Anyone. I don't care how stupid you are. And then if we put on the Ichimoku Cloud, are you going to say that to me? I knew you were a trading review. I knew you'd get around to saying that eventually. So we'll turn off moving averages, because we don't particularly need them on right now. We've got the Bollinger Band on. We also don't need that on with Ichimoku. We'll keep this 618, this fib here on, so we can show you the relevance of how technical analysis comes together, right? This is how the picture is put together. I haven't put it on yet, so let's hope it works. But I mean, I know it's going to because I know how to do shit, right? So the Ichimoku cloud, and then stick it on. Now you're telling me that even though I just turned them off, mate. But I didn't turn them off. I just hid them. Yeah, okay. Sorry, right trading view. My bad. Finally. Right. So what's this coming at? You see this red line here? It's coming at 210. Oops, support's already moved up. Well, we'll look at it on the daily time frame because that's where it really works at. Right, coming in here, 190. There's a positive cross on the Ichimoku, right? This was a buy signal here. You got your buy. We're above support. This said buy, screamed buy. As it was happening, 64, that came up again. There's a positive cross here. That's suggesting that support on the Ichimoku cloud is from 190 up to 210. So, like, there's another reason that's moved up from 180 from your 618 fib. You can see that comes in at the 50% retrace on this Fibonacci. This is where the support is now. It's after this positive cross that you might get a test of. And you can see, in fact, that there's reasons that lots of people will be buying this above the cloud up at around 233. And if it's a really strong trend to move, then people will jump in there. And that's what happened, right? People bought it at 233. And when we're watching that and saying now's probably a buy, it was because of gut feeling, right? And if you watch the video back, you'll see, like, I hadn't done any of this, and done that fib, and done any of that time. And it felt like a buy, right? And we've talked about the various candlestick patterns that we'd seen in the way up to it that identify what's going on and the sort of market participants who we share the game with. And we've seen why a low reliability of this trend over a period of days, right? This isn't just something we only just did. And we confirmed that things were still as we'd seen them before. We're very positive and we're bullish, and we're fucking bullish as fuck on Tradespotting's technical analysis. And if you aren't, you're an idiot. Nobody shorts me. That's fucking stupid, right? That is stupid. I can tell you why you're wrong, right? If you're out here trying to fucking play against me and out here saying stupid ass shit like you're going to burn my money, all you're actually doing is like embarrassing yourself afterwards, because you're gonna have to live with that shit, right? Don't be an egotistical wanker, right? Don't do that, right? Don't be a fucking egotistical wanker. So this is all the reasons why people are buying the shit out of GME. It's bullish as fuck. It's going to the fucking moon. That's absolutely obvious. Like, this is a technical analysis for people who want to get in, because that's all the questions I get. Because I get questions from people with hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not every day, at least 3 times a week, asking me where do they buy, right? That's what happens. That's what happens over here for chat. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. New people all the time asking where they can buy GME. There's also people who've spoke to me and showed me their positions who've got hundreds of thousands of shares of GME, and they ask me, where can I add to my position? And I tell them these sorts of information, right? And this is who we're with, guys. This is who we are with, right? This is who we're with. It all comes together. And I tell them the fucking answer, what I would do. I'm not organising anybody. I'm not breaking any rules. Rules are fucking gash. You stick them up your arse anyway. And we're going to fuck the system without your rules. With or without your rules, you fucking tubes. Right, so here we're obviously up on the daily time frame. 4-hour candle, that's relevant. But we'll go back down. It's closing now. Closed 1 hour 36 minutes ago. Where did it make it to? It's above the 236 on this. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Every time these 4 candles close, our support on Ichimoku moves up. You know, so the 236, we were talking about the 618 there, and then it was like, actually, in reality, when you look at all this shit, you're probably thinking, well, I'm immediately going to have to up my lowest offer to 204, right? So the chance of like getting down here and that area back below the gap, like they're a square root of fuck all. And then so you're like, right, well, probably I'm looking in at around here, like the 217, 218, 19 area, right? That would be the gap fill. It would also be a 382. You get that, it's going to bounce to fuck, really is. But you can see that we're also tracing the top line here on the Ichimoku. This is like trending as fuck at the minute, despite what anyone might be worried about down on 15 minutes. This is a incredibly strong move. We're getting another positive cross here. This is, well, it's not, it's defending its positive cross, and it's doing a good fucking job of it, despite, like, so look, price action as time moves on. This is already tracing out where we can expect it to be. It's already showing us that you're a fool if you're selling any of this shit under 255, or if you're going short any of these sort of levels, you're a fucking idiot. So that's your technical analysis, folks. That's what it is. And if you're looking at upside, like we've covered this before, there's a couple of different targets, and it's not like these are new. We've been aiming for these for ages. And when I say aiming for them, it's just so that we can fucking wave out the window and flick the V at all the tubes that said, right, and this is where we get to laugh at people. This is where you send your mates text messages when prices do these sorts of things, right? You laugh your fucking face off at them when we go up and slap them at 330. That's happening, right? This is already all written in the fucking stars, and trust me, I plotted it all out before I went to sleep last night. This is where we're going, chaps. I've fucking set the right, 330, easy peasy, Japanesey, and then you're going up lemon squeezy, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's the new fucking motto on the channel, right, folks? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, or grapefruit, or orange, or whatever you happen to like squeezing. Easy peasy, buttock squeezy, whatever suits, right? And these are the levels on this fib here where you'll be looking at saying like there might be some periods of inflection, right? And the 618 is relevant. The others not so fucking much, right? So I'm actually going to delete them because we piss off buddy, and you can also piss off. And what's this line here? Is that the price line? Is that Andrew? That's the price line. That's the line I drew for support, right? Oh, I'll put that back in again with the gap close. Is it? Is that where that is? What's that? 251. No, that's your best likely order. That's not your best likely order. What was 251? Why did I put that in? Oh, it's the top of that line there. Yeah, see that. Sorry. Well, we'll move that to where we said would be absolutely awesome. In and around there. Like that's your probably 219, 220, and then, 222. And does that constitute a gap fill? Well, maybe not to the millimeter here or the millimeter there. But, like, nobody gives a fuck when they're buying the shit out of it, The saying is close enough. Near enough is close enough, right? Near enough is close enough. And that applies very well in a trending as fuck market. So remember that one. Trend is your friend. Is obviously most people have heard that somewhere. And close enough is near enough is close enough. That's the other one. Like, so, and that's what you say to your mate when you're sitting there and he's like, looks over your shoulder and you're putting in a trade for millions of dollars and he's also got trades for millions of dollars and that. And he's like, where you going? You're like, well, I'll probably enter around 222, and then the price drops down, and he sees it get to like 224 or some shit, and it turns around, and he thinks, hi. He looks over and he's like, hi, did you get that, mate? He expecting you to say no, and you're like, yeah, of course I fucking got it, you tube. Do you think I'm not fucking done this before? You fucking get off the boat yesterday, you fanny. And you're like loaded up, and close enough, right? Near enough is close enough because you got in, and fuck that guy. So that's the way these things go, right? That's like 15 minutes of a day at a trading desk. So, what's this? This is just fucking brilliant. And your top targets on the back of this are targets we talked about before, right? Probably I put them in thumbnails and stuff as well. Did I put them in today's thumbnails? I think I did. I did the AMC one, and it fucking hit it as soon as market was open, and that was pretty spectacular. What's AMC at now as it happens? 31. So it hit the 37 like I said it would, and it pulled. Did it? Yeah, it hit 30. Did I get it right? Did I actually get that as right as that? Yeah. Look at that. Close enough is near enough. 36.99. What did it get down? Days range. Did it tell me 36.72? As if it fucking was. I got it up there, mate. 36.80. I can see that's already. Is that what you're talking about, chart? Is that really what I got there? Anyway, you see my AMC call was fucking incredible, right? It was fucking incredible, wasn't it, chat? I mean, did you see it? It's on the thumbnail. I put that up last night, right? So people were like, want to know, like, from YouTubers if they're good at guessing price targets or not. You don't even have to fucking pay much attention to me. Know that I am absolutely fucking amazing at doing this shit, right? I fucking am, right? Call that hubris, call it whatever you want, and then you can call it whatever you want next week too, and the week later, and the next week's week, and like, just like people have been trying to do for months, and it's still fucking right, okay? And when it isn't right, I'll be the first to admit it, because live by the sword, die by the sword. But I tell you, the minute my sword is fucking whapping off heads left, right, and centre. And people want to know if this is a buy for AMC. At 28.31. Holy shit, that was amazing. People got that, did they? Did they actually get that down there? Holy shit, some people got that. That is a fucking incredible. I was lucky as shit. Well done, you guys. Look, there's some bullish divergence. Some bullish divergence with that. I'm doing the sprinkle action. You can't see it because my camera's dead, but I'm doing it. So that's that, right? There's your AMC as well, right? Your targets on these things. What are they? On the wrong thing. Dump, right? Oh, on AMC. How long have we been doing this stream for? Does it tell me? I've been doing it for 1 hour 24 minutes. I've probably got super chats and shit I've not read. Sorry, I'm really doing this at the minute. I'll get back to that in a second. I'll ask you how you're doing, get some chats and catch up with you. And yes, indeed, if you missed the Dalai Lama story, I did cover it. It was yesterday. It was very emotional. And I got messages from people after, friends and family and stuff saying, oh, fucking hell, watching that, remembering that afterwards, and them watching, crying, wondering how I held it together. Well, I wonder myself. Right, so those are the entries on AMC. We got in at under 28. What, the 28.17. Oh my god, this is fun. It's fun as fuck, isn't it, guys? Especially when shit's just it's turning up Millhouse day after day. Your next targets on AMC are up at around $41, right? And that's nothing to do with the move having ended. That's just the next fucking target. And your next target on the top side for GME. Look at that. Look at it when you look at this 15 minutes starting to look fucking ace already. Yes. Anyway, like we said, consolidation at support, also known as huff and puff and blow your fucking house down. You fat little piggy bastard, scoffing everything in there. All pigs are equal, and all pigs are going to get absolutely chomped in the coming change in the winds. Right, so this bounce there, why is that line up there? Is it because I drew something on there? It was. I drew in the 618 of this overall fib back here, right? So this is an area where there will be this is an area where people will be some people will be aiming for and then taking profits because they're paper-handed bitches and they don't realise that they've got life-changing wealth in their hand. And the truth is, you deserve more. And if you don't understand why that is, or if you think that perhaps you don't deserve more, then watch the video that I put on the preceding this one today that came out just slightly before it. And let me know what you think. Short video. I didn't do the old YouTuber trick of trying to make it like a certain amount of time so it can get mid-roll ads. I didn't try to. There's nothing in there for me. That video is like just a positive message to reinforce the truth about the situation so you don't end up getting caught up listening to bullshit that other people who don't fucking know what they're talking about will say to you, right? And the reason I put the effort into calling these price targets and doing things that some people would claim to be slightly unethical by giving everybody predictions that may or may not come true. Part of the reason I go that extra mile with these things, and put my credibility on the fucking line. I could be any moment could be wrong, and so many people will jump on my back, even though I've been right for fucking ages. None of that will count when I get it wrong once, which hasn't fucking happened yet. But if and when it does, people will jump on my back. The reason I put these price targets out there, the reason I am so fucking credible, part of the reason is because I've got a much smaller audience than everybody else on YouTube, and it shouldn't fucking be that way, right? We've also got a better fucking audience than anybody else on YouTube. So if people come around here and they see what it's like in chat and they get to know some of the people that are talking and running this fucking chat in here, these leaders among us who are like actually advocating for everybody to put themselves first, this amazing, sustainable, friendly community, they're out here to do good, that swear to fuck actually are doomslayers in more way than just hedge funds. Like this is where it's at, right? And this is where the information is. And I put these credible fucking things out there that people can say, look, that's demonstrably better than everybody else. And when you put it alongside his message is don't listen to the fucking shit they're trying to tell you, guys. It's fucking bollocks. I'm here to tell you, they're fucking lying to you. I know. I fucking worked in that environment. I know exactly what they're fucking doing. If you can't tell the DD, I still tell you I know what they're fucking doing. It's all over this fucking chart. It's screaming at me that we're going to 2,450. Don't listen to the bullshit out there and the wankers that tell you can't do it when all it needs to do is fucking float on up, right? So fuck those fucking wankers, right? Yeah, so put that together with the credibility that comes with these price targets. How can I be so right about everything else and somehow be wrong about my message? No. Guys, I'm fucking spot on with my fucking message. And there's your technical analysis for Friday. Star date 28th of May. We're reaching the go fuck yourself quadrant. And we've got our diamond hands are like the best dilithium that anyone's ever fucking met across space and time. We've absolutely fucking annihilated the people got in our way up to this point. And we're coming up to the fucking Borg. The stupidest, fucking, most insidious evil that prevails across the entire fucking universe are these wankers that control our lives. And we're in their fucking home ground and we're fucking tearing the place to pieces. Don't listen to the shit they come out with. And don't listen to the fucking mainstream media and absolute arseholes on there that tell you anything they fucking want. And when they've proved wrong, they turn around and say they were right anyway. They fucking weren't right. And I'm looking at you, Kramer, you stupid bastard. You admit you were wrong. Don't act like now you've changed your mind and somehow you're back on our side. You aren't fucking on our side. And then we know who is actually out there, mate. We know it's your mates. Fucking text them. We're fucking coming for them. What's going on in chat? Oh, donations. Oh, it's Luke. How you doing? Shorts are eating. Don't be an egotistical wanker. Yeah, sorry for getting so angry, chat. That was my bad. Didn't mean that. Luke Spears, you're a legend. Thanks, mate. And it's great to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Are you having a good day, Luke? Good to catch up with you for a long conversation once. I hope you are doing good. Mr. Galactic, yo. Steve, Mac, George, who shot me? Who shot you, buddy? Who did shoot you? Let us know. Talk to him. Talk to him. Hey, talk to me, Kramer. Come on out here and talk to me. Stop being like, meme stocks and Wall Street bets and that, and addressing us like we're some faceless group. Like, there's loads of us that have got faces. You don't want to come and talk to me, talk to somebody else. I can understand why you might be like, would choose someone else other than me. I can understand, right? A lot of people shirk away and that. And where does it get them? Fucking nowhere is the answer at the end of the day. Yo, Lee, how's it going? Lee, big man. Yo. This sounds like the beginning of a Pink Floyd song. Stephen S. Yo. You tell him, Jamie. We're all fucking telling him. These messages echoing off the fucking mountaintops. Speaking of mountaintops, Rocky Outcrop for market close today. YouTube.com/Rocky Outcrop. Jamie, more like Yamie. We'd love to design a t-shirt or whatever for you, man. Is that a thing? H. Jones, yes, it is. Like, I'm trying to get as many people to do that sort of thing for me as possible. You know, any design, any artwork, anything. There was a guy on Twitter did Zoopy thing. There's a guy that's done a design for t-shirts, and there's the guy, the Zoplat, who did the intro thing that you might have seen on today's static video. Call it static. I mean evergreen. Static video is such a stupid fucking phrase. What's wrong with my brain? I say things like that. Yes, please, H. Jones. Email tradespottingj@gmail.com or message me at KingJamie1 on Instagram. That's all in letters rather than numerical characters for first. And then, or you could send me a DM on Twitter. It's at _Jamie_Curran. And you can touch me any of those ways. Feel free to do any sort of design you want. If you do base it off some of the things I say when I'm going mental in a rant, and you notice me repeat those sort of phrases every so often and coin a phrase and slap it on a t-shirt. And I've got other things that I've said repeatedly, right? Like they make not fit on a t-shirt. Like there's no help in rushing to be rich and plenty of wealth and waiting to be right. And that's a message everybody should get through their every part of their conscious being when they're trading, so that they're patient and disciplined and take advantage of opportunities as and when they're prevented, rather than fake ones that are only going to get you caught. So there's loads of things I say over and all the time, right? They want to slap that on a t-shirt, I'd absolutely fucking love it. You want to do a design of anything, if you get emotional in a particular way and you feel like there's this vibe really is a good idea, then slap it on a t-shirt. That'd be fucking brilliant. I'm trying to get a little shop together and stuff put together. When I get it all done there, I'll launch it. And it's not about making money off the audience. Obviously, I'm already decided that I'm giving away $10,000 prize in the treasure hunt, right? If you want to know how to do that, you'll have to figure it out. I'm not telling anyone. It's supposed to be the most difficult competition on YouTube. So, and before I even got to 5,000 subscribers, I'd already celebrated by adopting a monkey with more money than I've still yet made on the YouTubes, because they don't like to pay me. I have got a generous audience. I don't want to say that that's not the wrong message I'm trying to communicate here. And yes, so if you guys want doing that stuff, it's absolutely fucking loving it. I'd be delighted, and I appreciate all the help. You know, right from the very down to the very this is the watch time. You know, and if anyone remembers to hit like, that's like fucking brilliant. If you share this video with someone, that's incredible. If you watch it and you liked a bit and you want to put a comment underneath after it's over with the timestamp of something I said that you really appreciate, you think other people like, that also really helps the channel. If you then want to share it, or go even further and make clips and share them places, and that brings in loads more people, which grows the channel and spreads the message and gets the fucking truth out there. This is a direct line to the truth. There is no fucking bullshit here, right? There's no one's gonna censor me, fucking put their opinion in my fucking mouth, or put their words in my fucking mouth. That'll never fucking happen. And if it did, you'd recognize it in a split second. And I love you guys, and all the help from the littlest to the biggest thing is absolutely, really, desperately, massively appreciated. And thanks very much for everybody who's been donating, because it's incredibly generous and got a fucking amazing, awesome audience. So, on that note, Mr. Garlic, it's not much, but it's very much. And thanks for the TA. Fuck it, it's loads, Mr. Garlic, and you're very generous for doing that. And you've done it before, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. Thank you, buddy. And you're no way compelled or obligated. And thanks for doing it. And above there, Rocco Crippy again. Yo, fucking A, brother. Fucking A. Speak it loud. Cheers. You're fucking welcome. Sorry, I'm not putting this on. It's real life. I feel this way. I really appreciate that, Rocco. Cheers, Rocco Crippy. Look, shorts are eating. Don't be an egotistical wanker beforehand. Yes, awesome. Fucking right, Luke. Thanks so much. And then what else did I miss? Let me check. Streamlabs. got back to Luke 5, Mr. Galactic Brocco, Pete Mesky, super chatted 420. Yo, that disappeared before I got to read it. Thanks very much. That's fucking one of my favourite numbers, Pete, and I'm very grateful. You're a legend. Thank you. Daniel, super chatted 499. I'm serious. Will you impregnate my wife so I can raise your son? It'd be an honour. Absolutely no problem, Daniel. Just send her over. Free most days for at least a couple of hours. I could sort that out for you. Absolutely problem. Hook me up on Instagram. Anyone feels the same, just send me a message. No bother. Cosmic Lightning Warrior, super chat 49. How's it going, mate? Shout you out and like this stream. Tell me 10 million is the floor. Let's slaughter these pigs. There you go. There's a man very much like myself. Cosmic Lightning Warrior shouted me out in his stream, which is a very good stream. You should check him out. Cosmic Lightning Warrior. He does good and informative and entertaining educational streams, which are like interesting and fun to watch, and that sort of thing that you can watch in the background or engage with him in the chat, and it's fun. And he has a nice audience, and I like him and appreciate him. Thanks very much. That was a very generous donation. Let's fucking slaughter them. It's right, mate. You fucking got it. Luke before that, super chatted, and then Tau super chatted 5. You're something like the spirit of an animal of an ape squad, bro. God bless you. Yo, Tau. Thanks very much. Where are you from, mate? Thanks very much for that donation. That's really appreciated. Daniel says, super chatted again. Fucking hell, Daniel. 499. No one tells me when to wank or not to wank. It's I wank precisely when I want to wank. Yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen that episode about when they banned wanking in the office and how much it affected productivity? If you know what I'm talking about, that's hilarious. If not, Daniel, I'll send you a link to it. It's dead funny. Chris Schmitty super chatted $10 GME to 50 million. That would be quite nice. I'll still be holding if we reach there, for your information, and I would very much like to see it there. And when it got there, I wish oh god, that's going to be a party. Daniel Assange, again, super chatted 499. I'm here to listen to the crooning brogue and nothing else. Daniel, you are an amazing guy. Thank you for being so generous. And I wonder if listening to my voice is actually something people enjoy or not. BP Scrants has donated $5. I don't see how it's not Austin Powers, but then I rewatched and you said it was you. It was a book. Dang! Yeah, there are lots of people might say they're like red herrings, but that's not actually the case. I don't put deliberate red herrings in. It's not that type of treasure hunt. Don't do that sort of shit. That's just me waxing lyrical. Lewis Aquiliana as super chat £10. Yo, UK dude. What's your opinion on these repo arrangements being made? How would this affect EME? Fuck shit, what arrangements? Shit, you've actually paid me to answer a question that I can't give you an adequate response on. I don't know about the RICO arrangements that are being made. I do know that about the DD auto bid, the 1, 2, and 3 on the hypothecation House of Cards, and the third part I think is referencing the treasury bonds, and so the repos there, and like how that's going to work. So American government prints money that they give to banks to buy the American government bonds, and then those bonds are lent out in a fractional way that's then people then use as collateral across multiple positions, and the whole thing's called House of Cards about to come fucking falling down. How do I think it'll affect GME? If that's the premise you're asking there, then the answer to how do I think it'll affect GME is, well, we're using it as financial insulation, right? A lot of people taking this trade are taking it because it was a value trade, right? Take fucking value $4. I got in at around a similar price to him at that time for very different reasons, right? Because the technical analysis said to me to take a little bit of it, and I was also paying attention to a now completely discredited source of information called Seeking Alpha, which is now in my book a complete trash. It's complete trash, right? Complete trash newsletter, in my opinion. Previously, it was good. Just a few short months ago, it was awesome. Now it's complete trash, in my opinion. At that point, there were lots of people taking a value trade. Then it quickly turned into a market dynamics trade, which is still on. And that's on till, in my opinion, 19.5 million or above, depending on how apes handle the situation. But there are other areas where people will take profits, and like each to their own. And then it's also now, because it's been just demonstrating this period of strength and price action in the face of what our other markets have been crashing, it's given itself a negative delta, right? Which is the equivalent of being a risk off asset, right? It's evolving into that sort of thing at this period in time. Now, do I think that's going to prevent us from losing money on GME if there's some sort of financial Armageddon. I think that it'll insulate us to a degree, right? Like the nuclear explosion go off and we've at least got a little fridge that we can get into, which will protect us from the worst of it. But I still think it might affect GME. How it'll happen, I'm not 100% sure. And it may well be, as I would speculate, it's very likely that a lot of people will understand this narrative, right? And they'll see other things crashing. Like, not that they're going to jump into GME instead of gold, but this will become a canary in the coal mine. GME will be where a lot of people scoop up shitloads of liquidity and build a base and somewhere where they can defend when other shit is going through the fucking floor. So what I think is that it's going to be very positive for GME on the short term. I think that it's bad news across the economy for everyone overall, and wish these people hadn't fucked shit up in the first place. But what are you going to do, right? It was them that did it. We're going to just have to sort them out. They're not going to stop unless we whap off their heads. I'm speaking metaphorically, and it's true. So, and a lot of people realize, and we're not fucking scared, and we're not like, go fuck yourselves, anyone who seems to think we are. This is like a positive situation for us. That's what I think is going to happen there. Lewis, is that Lewis asked that? I think it was Lewis. Yeah, it was Lewis. And the repo purchase and the bonds, and how's that going to work for the American government? Well, do I think it's going to have hyperinflationary aspects to it? I'm not 100% sure, right? And I don't even necessarily believe that's possible in the American market, right? You know that America created with the GATT treaty in like 47 through the UN. They established all these rules with regards to international trade, and they back it up with the military might that would fucking absolutely annihilate anybody who even dared stand in their fucking way. And the consequences of that whole thing is that subsequently America exploited it to, as they rightly would do in a capitalist society, to have what is considered the world's reserve currency. So if there was hyperinflation in America, you bet your fucking bottom dollar it'd be happening everywhere fucking else. Some places absolutely terribly, and the only one ever proved, trace tested, and useful safe haven in the history of assets and market crashes is the US dollar. So the US dollar will be something that people hide in, and to a degree they'll be hiding in equities. Some of them will be hiding in liquid cash. I'm talking about the worst case scenario here, and in that case, there will be a period where GME will be a rotation between those various things, and in that period of time, it'll step up to levels some normal people wouldn't fucking possibly believe. And part of the narrative for that is because we're all here already waiting for them. We're already here in the bing bongs, like the fucking train. Like, jump on board, guys. It's like getting faster and faster and faster. At a certain point, it's going to be nearly impossible to jump on. And it's GME is that train. As it happens, like AMC is a really good play at the meantime, as we've covered, and it's super easy to pick out the price targets on the thing. Let's see this degree of divergence there. It may well be that this comes down. That's positive momentum there, though. It may well be that you see a pullback on AMC in around 26 levels. Did I say that already? It may be that you get caught at 28, and that's the sort of thing you're looking at there until that moves changes. And when it does, I'll let you know. But we've hit all my initial targets on it, the 26 and the 37, as you can see. The TA speaks for itself. It's fucking incredible. What else have people been saying? Yo. What was I just talking about? How come I never remember anything ever? What is that? 29.85. And what's Gme at? 34.53, right? Okay. So did it give above that 236? Let's draw that in. See how it didn't yet close above any of those bloody candles above there yet. So there's nothing to be said necessarily yet. RSI turning down. That's weakening momentum on the MACD, though, but that could still weaken as prices go down, which could be the sign of then this bullish divergence that we were hoping for. And then a crossover there. What did I want to open that for? Probably for a reason, can't remember. I was going to draw a fib. This fib? No. I mean, you could draw that and see what sort of a fib is it from that move, because you might say that's the bottom. Let's do this. So it would be like bearish. 786 below the 618. So in this particular thing, from this low to this high or above the 618, maybe this is again another buy, right? 243s might be now the best chance you get for the rest of today to buy this thing. Go off that particular analysis. And if we go from instead that big fib, yeah, it's the same deal, the 236, and the same deal, it comes in at 240, 238, 239. So again, that's the buy, and then again below that, 222, that sort of area. And like, how you going to get down here? That'd be so good, eh? I mean, I just look at that and wish that like part of me wishes that the price get there, so that when it does, it has the fuck off bounce I know that it will have, so that can finally people will understand that I do in fact come from the future. I'd like to see that happen. Because it would touch there, it would be a wick. The candle body might close like good $40 up on that same hourly, maybe 4 hour candle, and then foam, you go fucking mental with bullish divergence. Should be up at the 500s. That'd be that'd be off. That'd be so good. But it might be that we don't get that because everybody's buying the fuck out of this. That's what's happening. What is happening on chat? What is everyone else saying? King James, Tradespotting. Yo, Shindy, how you doing, mate? Buddy old pal. I catch up with chat at the bottom and then go back up the way through it. Diversity brokers for your 100% GME portfolios. Yeah, diversified brokers. I've got that. Just JCC CPD. That's my dad. Hello, Dad. How are you doing? I haven't seen you, but I've seen people say hello. Thanks very much. I will deliver cocoa to you today. What else did I read there? Yeah, diversify your brokers. That's a natural consequence of me being like, fuck these guys, and then going somewhere else and being like, fuck these guys too, and then going somewhere else and being like, fuck those guys, and then just being back where I started. I've got them in different places, and then it turns out that it's fucking expensive to move them around, nearly the same price as just buying some more at some points when I've wanted to move it, so they are where they are. Can't believe they stumbled across your channel and Rocky, this whole beautiful community. They're amazing. Yeah, Lee, huge part of it, a big part of it. Everyone here, and you contributed to it too. And I've noticed like all the little connections, interconnections, and dynamics between little people. That's what's so satisfying about doing this. It's so much better than everything else. It's amazing. Gives me like feels. Space Captain, yeah, it's crazy. It's whatever it is. They're probably right if Andy is saying it. Did you change your name? No, my dad has got a work account and he's got his actual account. James Curran, my name, which is probably a little bit confusing for some people, and then the JCCPD, because he himself is entrepreneur, has been his whole life. Might be stupid question, makes everybody else already knows, but what makes Gme just as good or better investment than AMC? Holding both though. Well, in my mind, it's the potential upside, the low number of outstanding shares, and the I suspect the much more nefarious activity that's going on, which has led to a significantly larger short interest in my understanding of things, right? And so it's been that way from the beginning for me. And I'm not a splitter, but I did chuck like enough money to get like low teens numbers of AMC, or I can't remember what it is, I'll have to check, but it's either 13, 15 or 18. And they're just staying there and always will. But I'm very happy with the AMC apes and that. And I'm not even like particularly interested in answering a question which is better, but I can tell you why I like the one I do. And it's because of the market dynamics, right? The market dynamics, which are evolving to be really positive on AMC at different times, but they don't have a couple of the crucial factors that GME does. Though I do think at these low price levels, it'll have at least a similar or maybe perhaps increased velocity, just because it's got such a low entry price for people. But what you need to do if you want to work out like them comparatively, you have to work out their market cap between each other and then look at like the market dynamics within that and compare it between them. And from my perspective, GME's a fucking stick-on. AMC is good, but it doesn't have some of the things GME has, and the things that GME has are fucking incredible. So one for me. But if you want to know about the other side of that question, you can ask Rocky in his chat this evening, and he'll give you a reason why he's like much heavier in AMC than that. But I don't actually know if that is, if you balance it all out. But anyway, at one point he was. Might be stupid question. Maybe everyone else already answered that. Bing bing. Tradespotting. Hey, what will be the lowest price today? I want to buy cheap. The lowest price today. Yo, Tradespotting, what's the lowest price today? Yo, give me this information that could potentially be worth literally infinite amounts, because I'm rich and I've got loads of accounts, and I'm going to just slap on these trades for multiple thousands of bucks on your entry prices. And I'm going to go up here and I'll take some profit and I'll live a happy life and I'll never come back and talk to you again. Well, that's not really what you're saying, but it's commonly what people do. So your best entry price for today was one that probably already happened at 237. I was telling people at the time that was the bird entry and probably the best entry for today. If that doesn't become your best entry, then you might be looking down at around 222, 225, right? It gets to 222. That's what you're aiming for. If it turns around at 222.5, you don't look over at your fucking guy around your corner, over your shoulder and be like, oh, I missed it. Did you get it? And find out that he fucking got it at 2225, because he could see that there was fuck all strength in the move. And so that's what you'll be looking at. And then if you're really lucky today, you'll get in at like 217. That's not going to fucking happen. If it does, it's really lucky. And then the best target you could ever get, if you were like looking for it to be like look back and people to turn around and go, wow, that guy's shit hot at trading, would be in at around 187, 189. You're not getting that target for a while if you're at all. So that's the answer to you, buddy. There's your probably an answer that's probably worth shitloads of fucking money as it happens. But because it's GME, fucking fill your boots. And anyone else has any more questions like that, fire away. I'll answer them for free, because the fucking GME is the rocket ship. It's the democracy, right? Everyone can fucking get on. It doesn't matter how much money you do or don't have. You don't even have to be a nice person. Just fucking get on. We've got plenty of seats. As it happens, it seems like there's an infinite number of seats. The shorters keep fucking creating them for us for no fucking reason, and then you can just buy their fucking shares, and then you'll have some of their synthetic shares, and eventually we'll own more than 100% of the company. We'll own 200 or 300% of the company, and then see how they try and fucking close their positions. You know, their hedges are fucked. What was that? What was the other questions there? So hope that answers your question, buddy, and welcome to the family. Space Captain. Jason X, there's a recycled lumber and materials centre near me in Beemore. I've thought about checking them out, but lack of motivation, lol. I know what you mean, Space Captain, when it comes to that sort of thing. Can you phone them up and have a blabber with them? They might tell you. Daniel Assange, this is the coolest thing I've stumbled on in ages. I suspect I'd rather chill with most of you than attend a Burning Man or whatever. Yeah, well, we can all go and chill out at Burning Man. I mean, there'll be a contingent of us there when that's back on. It's starting soon, actually. When is that? A little bit far for me to go just for a music festival, but then I heard it's more than that. Anyway, yeah. So if after this, hopefully I'll be over there at some point. Yes, but what is the? Well, yes, but what will be the lowest point? Is that like 1, 2, 3? I mean, I answered your question 1, 2, 3. Please help me, guys. I want to buy as many shares as I can. Yo, well, the lowest point that it's definitely going to get to, like there's an impossible question. I mean, you want to buy as many as you possibly can. Well, because you don't know the answer, you'd have to then spread them out, right? So that you get some of them at the best price you can, and then you'll get some at the very lowest price. So you take your money and you put it across fractional orders everywhere from anywhere in the 2, 3, 7 area. Like, and I don't even know if you're going to get that again, right? That was earlier. You would put them probably right 227, 226, 225, 224, all the way down to 217, and you just scoop up as many as you can within that, right? And then you'll probably get the best possible lowest price for some of your shares, and then you get the other ones, but there's always a chance you won't get any. So that's your answer, right? There's no better answer in the world than you're going to get than that, buddy. Literally, there isn't, and there's no one in the world that'll give you. There's a better place to give you that answer, and so there you go. You've got your answer, and as you see, bet as many shares as you can means you've obviously got some money. So good luck to you, and I hope you've got some more afterwards. JCC CPD, aka Continuing Professional Development, was my training company until I retired as an eccentric millionaire. Not. My dad, he's a legend, and after I've done it with Citadel, I'm going to take Barclays down, and I'm not going to fucking stop until we get every one of these fucking bastards. I like the small float of GME, and because they look destined for bankruptcy, I'm willing to bet that they naked short the hell out of it. It's fucking obvious they did, Goblin. They're absolutely screwed. Nova Hawthorne. Am I reading that right? Jason X. God, that's what I'd hoping for. Pay off my credit cards, finish and fixing this shithole, and move to the hell out of Oklahoma. Good old Oklahoma, right back where I started from. Tradespotting, Burning Man contingent. I'll be bringing the DMT. Good on you, Daniel. Fuck, you got all the goodies there. Am I allowed to talk about that on stream? Probably not, but DMT, that's direct mailing t-shirts. That's what we're doing here. That's what Daniel and me are talking about. Business venture. We can have our own camp. Do we get one? Is that how it works? That'd be fucking amazing. Really, yeah, it'd be amazing. Would also be the friendliest camp. Be amazing. Call it the jungle. Yes, this guy's user on with it. Take it and running with it. Love how everyone is spending Friday watching tickers and not working. Have I got my fucking the prices updating when I'm not looking at this? They are 24472. What's that like on my actual screen then? So I'm not screwing people. 24472. Yeah, that's correct. So let me know if you got an answer 1, 2, 3, or if it's at all helpful, and come back and tell us if you got those trades. And welcome to the family. Everybody, love to hear it's going for you tomorrow, the next day, and if they work out, and then congratulate you. And much better feeling when you're not on your own. So. Now that you've introduced yourself, don't be a stranger. You're a friend. Just popped on during my lunch break. Yo, Woodman, how's it going? Say thanks for holding the front line. I love you, apes. That's to all you guys from where are you, Woodman, who's back doing the job like so many of us are doing the day job. there's all those unspoken ways that people likely never fucking thank you for, and expect you to be grateful for some shitty fucking pig-fed pay packet and that. And then not only that, then they make you work your entire fucking life, and then you get to the point where you're supposed to retire, and they turn around and say to you, as they did to my mum, "Oh no, you've got an extra 5 years." Remember, 5 years was all she was given to live after she'd had a fucking operation for cancer, and the government then changes the fucking rules at the last fucking the minute of the day. And it's like, nah, sorry, we're gonna give you another 5 fucking years. Like, what the fuck? Hey, and they're like, oh, sorry, we just, didn't anticipate. We didn't do the maths properly. Right, well, it's time people stop doing the fucking maths wrong. I can speak to that for myself. It does you no favours. And instead, get somebody in who knows the maths, right, to do the maths part of the job. Tubes just popped in during lunch break. Thanks for that. Andy as well. Rex Racer, just get in if you believe in it, would be my advice. Better to be in $15 than that at all. Exactly, that's exactly the truth. And like, what are the prices we're talking about there? Like the one that I actually think that you're going to like try to get in at, the best that you'll probably get today was 237, and that's $7 away. $7 of a thing that costs like, well, honestly, it's time to piss or get off the pot. That's the real thing here. Like, you're looking for a move of like $1 or $2. Like, you've obviously got no fucking idea what's going on here, right? I mean, you could actually just piss off and buy something else. Like, we're not actually, we don't need to rely on promoting this to people who don't yet hold GME, because it's going to these levels that I'm talking about anyway. When it gets there, people are going to go fucking mad anyway. It's all fucking started. The bing and the bong all happened ages ago. Like, just buy the fucking thing. It would be what I'd say if I was able to say anything that was approaching financial advice, which I'm not, so I don't say that sort of thing. But, that's what I would say. I would say, just buy the fucking thing. If you'd done that any day since any of the days that I've started doing TA on this, you'd be fucking loads of money, right? You'd be loads of money. People who have taken the targets I've suggested, added it up, right? You've been underwater for a grand total of 37 minutes since February. 37 minutes of underwater positions since February, right? So when I say to you, you can probably just fucking buy this thing, or your orders at 237 are likely to be good, or wouldn't it be amazing if you got in? I'll add that up later and see how much longer we were below those price tags, and I'll add it on to the 37 minutes, and then by this time next week, people that take my advice might have been underwater for a grand total of less than a fucking hour. But it's like, so what do you want to do? Like, I mean, what do you want to do? Really? Oh, Tony writes in the fucking chat. Amazing. Tony is so much good in the world. He kept Richard Rocky going when he would have stopped. He kept me going because of that. And everything that good that comes from me comes in some way back through Rocky, and then in touches, and then again through Tony. And he's a brother of mine. I'll love him forever. I love you, Tony. It's so good to see you here. So yeah, like, what's Jamie's advice? Well, Jamie's advice is just fucking buy the thing, and then we ask him, when's he going to sell it? He's not going to fucking sell it until it changes my fucking life. And when I change my fucking life, I mean completely and utterly changes my life and gives me the ability to completely and utterly change the world around me. Right? No some temporary shit here. Not some splurging it in a holiday and that's the end of it. Not buying a different house and going through the same grind forever. I'm talking about buying everybody in my life who ever supported me, everything that they could possibly ever ask for. So that sort of level of wealth. That's what we're aiming for this. This isn't some fucking holiday, right? This is serious shit. This is us taking down the bad guys. And those bad guys have got shitloads of money, more than you can possibly imagine, more than they even know how to hide. And trust me, they spend fucking millions upon millions trying to do that alone. I used to go to one in Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea, nice part of town. What did you do go there? Spare funds, couldn't buy a Gme, so I got 4 AMC for Solidarity. Just dropping by. Nice work, mate. Good on you getting in there. I've been to a couple of COSM parties. Nice, a great bat. What does COSM parties mean? COSM. COSM. What the fuck does that mean? Tell me what that means. I live 5 minutes from COSM. Oh, you live 5 minutes. It's a place, is it? Let's scroll back up and see what you guys are talking about. What are you talking about? I don't know this and I feel missed out. Grape Ape, it's not my bad. I guess I just figured because it was literally in everything. What in everything? Something in everything. Ricardo Rodriguez. Yo, buddy, morning all. Hope everyone has Today by the Genitals. Yeah, fuck me. Grab Today by the Genitals and say, right, you don't piss me off. I won't piss you off. Shout it out, Christy Merchant. What are we shouting out? Shout it out, though, guys. Shout it out to fuck. Yo. Solid extra strategy right there, fucking 8. Yeah, totally, mate. That's the extra strategy. Eddie. Somebody's talking to Eddie. It's Jason. You're covering that. Cool. Sig, you're back. How's it going? How much is needed for change of life? 3? What Well, it depends how much you want to hold on to forever. But obviously, well, like, what's the change of life for you? For me, it's like tens and tens of millions of pounds. That's when I'd stop with attacking Citadel and move on to the next people. And that's like their warning. That's their fucking bing bong. Get the fuck out of the way, Barclays. You better pull your fucking socks up before we finish with Citadel, because I'm fucking increasingly drawn to the shit you're up to. I love this life-changing rant. Defo helps me figure out my exit strategy. SK, yo. That's all electricity. Yo. Blackjacks. Hold until I get enough to chase and bankrupt every single fucking hedgie. Lol. Nice. I bought after your Midnight Awakening live stream saying it will never go back down to this price. First time I've watched your videos, and I bought at 145-ish because I could tell you were serious. Fucking right it was, Mikamonte. You're doing well. Good on you, buddy. You're a boss, bro. Thanks, Gentle J. We're all bosses in this shit. It's fucking awesome. Cuff Dam, you're back. How's it going, mate? I've got those pizza rolls. Jamie, you must be bored of the pizza crunch now. So here, have a fiver and get a sausage supper tonight. That's my favourite. Don't forget the Iron Brew. Cheers, troops. Cuff Dam, you're a legend. Sausage suppers are amazing. Smoked sausage supper in Scotland. It is fucking amazing. Rocky was supposed to be coming here at some point, aren't you, Rocky? But you may have got caught up with his own work and stuff, which I totally understand. But if you're not Rocky, come down, bring a sausage supper. I'll scoff the shit out of that. Or I'll walk down with you down the road and we'll both get it and go for a walk and get some fresh air if you like and see how you're doing. It'd be good to see you after your injection, Rocky. Keen today. So thanks very much, Cuff Dam. That's very generous of you. You're a good dude. My grandfather lived in Wappingers. What a small world. Wappingers. What an amazing name. Wappingers. Was he whapping them all the time? I imagine. If you're serious, I'm applying to be a soldier on that army. Which army is this? Have I just mentioned an army? You're going to get immediate promotions in the army. Daniel Pickett. Dennis. Jamie, there was a flash crash warning on Superstonks saying someone bought 51 million worth of puts to drive the price down. Do options even have effect on price action? Those 51 million puts don't necessarily drive the price down. Well, we could look to the options chain for various bits of information. It's often that the closing price on maturity or expiration will be in the area that costs most market participants the most amount of money. And so if currently there's shitloads of longs in profit, shitloads of puts losing money. So, I mean, what price were those option transfers actually talking about? What side of the max pain zone do they rest upon? The likely effect that has on price. Yeah, sure. I mean, that will scare some people. Oh, and I remember. Awesome, mate. Cachito. Yo, it's you again. How you doing, buddy? Cachito Valador. It's a very nice name. You're obviously Spanish. Well, I'm going to say that. You're not obviously, but where are you from, buddy? Let me know and I'll probably miss the fucking message like I chewed myself. So what was the question I was answering? It was a question. I was trying to answer it. Who was it that asked me? It was serious. The army? No, it was something else. Somebody else had said something. What was it? What was I trying to answer? I can't fucking remember. Tradespotting. The world is going to be a better place when apes have EFFFU money. All hail King Jimmy, the Hedgie Slayer. All hail you guys, the Doom Slayers. Fuck yeah. I mean, I'm not your leader. I'm just one of yous. If nominated, I'll step aside. If elected, I'd resign. If anyone puts me at the front, I'll stand in front of you and take any arrows. But I'm not the leader. I'm no more a leader than any of you. You guys are leading me down this as much as I'm leading you. We're all together in this. Just because I happen to know which way the prices are going, like that's the charts telling me that. They whispered a lot to me, and they've been whispering. The whisper is turning into a fucking howling scream about $2,450, and it's fucking smashing on the door, shouting around the start of June. Haha, I did too, and averaged my way up. Hey, nice work. SK. Yeah, position management. We're all fucking learning incredible skills out here. You know, hedgies have got no idea what they're fucking playing with. This is spreading like wildfire. And you tune in Rocky later and you'll get even more of this amazing skills which you can use to defeat our enemies. Yeah, bacon is fun. Now just an annex of Brooklyn. Beacon, I say you're saying there. Now as peeps live in the city en masse. Well, I want to go to New York. I love it. I fucking love New York. I love New York. Invite me to New York, chat. If you live in New York, invite me there. And when you make shitloads of money, billions and billions of dollars, and I'm holding, buy me a big brownstone and I'll come and live in it and we'll have awesome parties all the time. Rocket, serious chat. Eddie, Bill Javal, do you have any recommendations of little known places to visit in Brooklyn, like non-touristy places that are hidden gems? Yo, Jason X getting the scoop there. Definitely do that, mate. Definitely get the scoops there. Where did I go when I was staying there? I was with this reason. I'm not going to go into that, but this nice girl who's going to, separate from that other story, which I didn't really finish about splitting up with the girl in Amsterdam. I was going out with this other girl, and she took me to America, and we went around, visited different things, and met a lot of famous people that were friendly in her social group, and I got invited to really fancy jazzy parties, did loads of cool shit, went to an amazing party with Marc Jacobs, the designer, and some of his friends, and when he was opening his new store on, what's it called? Madison Avenue, is that the name of that street? Anyway, it was ace. It was fucking brilliant time. I had a great time. I'll tell you all about that sometime when we meet up in person, because there's a lot of stuff there I'm not going to say on the internet. And yeah, so why am I fucking talking about that? I love New York, and we went all around the place, and we stayed in the Big Brownstone. We were up in that bit that, what's it called? The bit that's like oh, what's it called? I've forgotten it. It's got all the big murals on the wall, like Michael Jackson and that. We're staying around there, and it was amazing. There's like St. Patrick's Church and St. Malachy's and all that. That bit is amazing. Oh, God, some of this food in New York, too. It's so fucking good. Nah, I love the place. It is a little bit dirty on the streets, though. We could do something about that. And the guys in traffic fucking hate it, don't they? It's just like constantly fucked off people in traffic there. Why am I talking about this? I've got fucking no idea. I'm applying to aid in whatever needs to be done to take down the next ones and the next ones, and that's what I meant. Yes, fucking right. Daniel's a fucking trooper, and he's fucking making bank. Is that it? MailChimp. That sounds like our designated email or survey site. I know. I know myself a ton of people who have recently moved to Beacon. I don't know any specific. Catch up with chat here. Varan, and do you think the attack didn't work because enough people pulled their stop losses Tradespotting? Oh, did people have their fucking stop losses in? If people are still using stop losses in this sort of moves, then you're getting absolutely robbed. You're just like opening your front door and putting a big fucking sign up at the end of the street saying, come and rob all my fucking shit. You know brokers have got oversight over the market, right? You can see what's on the books. They put your fucking orders on. You think they aren't going to turn around to the guy who employs them, right? Who's in charge of their existence, their whole reason to exist, and their whole existential threat to them is that their boss will turn around and no longer lend them or sell them shares, like the investment banks and the hedge funds. You think they're going to not tell them about how you've got this wide open front door down the street asking to be fucking robbed? Stop using stop losses in this market. Don't anyone do that, right? Don't do that. You're costing yourself money. Right? And I hate to see it because you're all apes and you don't want it to happen to you, so don't fucking let it happen to you. So hopefully people are pulling their stop losses. Hopefully they don't put them on in the fucking first place. What was the question? Was it 51 million something? Can we get to 250 end of day? Can we? Yeah, we probably will finish in around there, pal. And then if we do it enough days in a row, then you're on 279. There's nothing stopping us from 300, 350, and then all the way up again. Alba Gubra, hi people, yo Alba. ThinkGate 4000 tool, the best pair gear ever in New York. That fish scale blimey ruined me better than Antigus. The best gear ever. I didn't actually get any of that perusal of that. I mean, I can't talk about it online. Do you think that the attack didn't work because enough? That was their chap Varan asking. Because enough people put their stop losses. I don't know, what was the attack? Is it like, tell me what it was? It was borrowed shares, and then those borrowed shares, it was in options. You know, that could be anything, right? It could be people who kind of covered call, and they're like, full, I'll cover it from here, and like covering a portion of their position, the price goes up, they ditch those contracts, you know, it's like an awful lot of them to be doing that. You'd be covering a fucking massive position. Could be that they're, I mean, what price what price and what target? What's the expiration on the contracts, and what's the open interest in that around between here and there and all the other contracts and that? I have to add all that together. I mean, until you've done that, you've got no idea. Like, just because people open, like, this is the thing. Just because somebody goes short doesn't mean they're bearish, right? There's hundreds of reasons why it could happen. So to speculate on zero information, it's just likely to end up me giving you the wrong information, so I don't want to do that. Many of us New York peeps need to have a Tradespotting party. Oh, you're in New York, Neddy. Sweet. I fucking love it. Yeah, well, I'm coming over there at some point, so I'd love to see you all. A lot of legendary New York City restaurants have permanently closed, have they? Well, let's get them fucking back open again. When we can do whatever the fuck we want after this, guys. Trying to get to 69 shares, because that means endless stock of GME. Or you try to get 69 GME, huh? 1, 2, 3, you're trying to get to 69. Well, I'm fucking with you, mate. Let's help you. I'll help you. if you get more money and you want more targets, come back. And it's not financial advice. It's just like a theoretical exercise, right? And same with anyone else watching along. And if you think it's financial advice, you're wrong. If you don't know, stocks go up and down. If you didn't realize that, I found out that myself. I was surprised, shocked, horrified, upset, distraught, traumatized, really, when I found out that shit goes up and goes down. So if you're also coming to that realization anytime in the recent past, I empathize and feel sorry for you. So sorry, buddies. Come to New York City. I live half an hour outside New York City. Or Daniel, I'm coming to visit you. Come to New York City, says Christy. Wow, look, there's a few years. I'm definitely coming. This is amazing. Thanks, guys. I'm coming. Coming back, and we're going to have a party. Greasy bag of chips sorted. Come to bed, Stewie. Stewie? Come to bed, Stewie. Stewie. Doc AB wants you in bed. Get over there. How do options affect price action? Not necessarily in and of themselves. They don't. Usually they're as a result of price action, right? This, but the open interest has indicative. I've got a video on open interest, right? Go and watch that and you'll understand why options affect trading. It's because of the open interest. Grape 8. I lived in Denver for a while also. I don't know where Denver is, but I heard about it lots. Brooklyn, Huckleberry Bar, amazing drink. Sorry, I'm not going to read too much of that because you guys can all read about this amazing New York chat and chat. There's Rocky. I'm a Moderna man, lol. There he is. Oh, thanks, Jose. Yeah, so Rocky was there. Maybe he went away. Rocky, are you coming with a smoked sausage supper for me? Or are you coming to meet me and we're going to get one together? Or what is happening with smoked sausage supper? Because I need one. Synesthesiac. I got my second vax yesterday also, feeling pretty slow from it. Oh, Rocky, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Love you. Tony Brook, and you who got your second vax, synesthetic. Well done, mate. Good on you. Well done, well done. Ricardo Rodriguez, yo, up and down. I thought they only went sideways for months. Yeah, it's true. I was looking at the chart. It took me about 3 years looking at the chart to realize that it was literally never going to start going left. And I'm a left-handed guy. I like things going left every so often, but I'm never going to get that joy, which was a heartbreak when I realized that. Stonks only go up. Yeah, this is the stonks, right? The stonks, I don't know, right? But this is the thing. The stonk I've been looking at and I've been talking about and we've been trading actually literally only has been going up. Let's look at that, right? Let's look at it. Here's this is us clawing and tearing, right? You can imagine these as fingers ripping through flesh, right? And this is where some people call that turnover and price action. That isn't. That's the curling of our fingers, right? That's scritching through their blood and tissue, and this is a visceral ripping. And we're getting really good purchase in here, and just at the same time, those fucking fuckers who set up resistance in around 220 and that sort of levels, 217, those fuckers, like, they're atrophying, right? And our fingernails, they get really good purchase when we get into their bones and that, and let's use that as leverage to lift ourselves up, and we go for like flying headbutts right through the face of those at the next support, next resistance level, and that's how technical analysis works. Stonks go flying headbutt up sometimes. This is all such a wild ride. Wild Kusari, that's appropriate comment then. Bought in March. Nice, 120. Excellent entry. And just kept buying. Literally bonded with my dad over GME and AMC. Love to hear it, mate. Yeah, I've bonded with my own dad over stocks and trading loads. And that, and like the emotional roller coaster you go through things and sharing that experience with somebody, it's fucking brilliant, you know. And if it's going up and up and up and you're in profits and you're both validated and been through that and look back on it, it's such an amazing fucking feeling. So great to read that message, Wild. What else do you say there? Putting my dad over GME and so let's bringing families and communities together, right? It's fucking rock solid. And like Peter, who's often around here, calls us, Rocky and I, the Glues brothers, and it's true. Like, we're all being drawn together by this glue. Found this channel only yesterday. All right, cool. Well, you're a new member. Welcome. Love the Dalai Lama story. Great to hear it. You heard that. Awesome. There you go, buddy. That's a really nice message overall. Thanks. That was nice. Thai restaurant. Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for being our North Star for GME. No problem, mate. You're welcome. I like that one, Max. I like that. Question, in your opinion, during the potential squeeze, will prices consolidate? If so, how will it look? During the squeeze, will prices consolidate? Consolidation, right? That I mean, I suppose in one sense you'll be right. During the squeeze, those short positions, those people who've shorted the shit out of GME are going to have to look for a form of consolidation. That consolidation being all the shares being consolidated back in their accounts so that they can close out their unsustainable short positions before they get completely wrecked and their offices get liquidated and their wives leave them. That and then and if the, you know. It's serious topics, right? So I don't want to be too gratuitous when I talk about these things and flippantly discuss people's lives and marriages and things breaking down. But that's what's going to happen, And the truth is, all those wives, you're welcome over here at Tradespotting, youtube.com/Tradespotting. And you got a big friendly hello from me. What were you doing marrying those fandans in the first place? Fucking hell, sorry for you guys wasting your life. And welcome to the bright side. We're neighbours, Brooklyn, baby. Yo. Did I answer that question properly? I can't remember. My old man is the most conservative man, and he got hyped on your recent video, Tradespotting. Nice one, Jeff. Awesome. Glad to hear that, buddy. And yourself and other people who've told me like such nice messages after the Dalai Lama story. I'm not going to touch on the personal things you've said, but like they were in comments and so on as well. Thanks for sharing, guys. It's great. It's really nice. Everybody here together, going through everything, talking about things. It's a great example to other people how you can be with your feelings and that. And real fucking guys, real fucking people, real fucking girls, all of us. I'm going to head over to Jamie's just now, so I'll be out of the chat for 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Who are you kidding, Rockstar? He lives like Rocky's running interference. If he's taking the long scenic route round, if it's 20 minutes. Oh man, it's alright. Apple Blossom, love you, Apple. Rocky Outcrop, ciao, baby. Jason X, how many of you in here are into video gaming? I'm fucking really into video gaming, Jason X, but I just don't have any time to do it. And this game, this 3ME game, is the best game in the world. I play it all the fucking time, constantly looking at charts. I would be playing video games more. When I'm not doing that, I'm looking at charts for my trading account where I used to live on, which has been hugely reduced for the treasure hunt, so I'm having to pay close attention to that to get by till it's... Anyway, long story short, so generous people here in the channel have really made a difference, and shout out to you guys. It's really changing my life over here. No names mentioned. Dwayne M to the moon, and then there's the other side of the moon there, because we're going to get up there, we're going to be able to see both sides of the fucking moon. Now we're going to shoot right past it. People are going to look back and they're going to say about GME, they're going to say that was the greatest show that we've ever seen, that the story is the greatest story ever told, and that the market participants, therefore, are the greatest group of traders to have made the biggest impact through one stock that has ever been done in the history of trading. That's what they're going to say about us. They're going to say those fucking guys, and they did it in the face of everything. They did it, and what they won't realize is that what we did it in the face of, which they didn't realize because they weren't paying attention, was huge bullish divergence that said was fucking obvious, guys. And they at the same time tried to sell us on the idea that it wasn't happening. Purple Haze. Got a nice name there. We're neighbours, Brooklyn, baby. I read that and got to catch up. Just run by Tradespotting. I once caught a fish with my tit. True story. Pulled myself from water onto dock and looked down and find a fish. 21 years later, it still gets hard with the right hot sauce. Wow, amazing. That's nice. Like, that's lucky that a fish caught onto your boobs. Well, they must be nice boobs dropping by onto your tits. Well done. Tits must have been properly jacked when that was happening. When I was in the hospital, when I was born, my mum was in the hospital. I suppose I was then in the hospital too, by association, by proximity to her. I came out of my... fucking hell, Jamie, right? So when I was born, they cut the umbilical cord and the blood squirted out and it knocked the hat off the nurse, and she says, that baby is going to be lucky for the rest of his life. I tell you what, I've been lucky. I've been so incredibly fucking lucky, and I'm so grateful. And the harder I work at my goals, the luckier I fucking get. And isn't that amazing, chat? And you can all do that, be that kind of lucky. Every single fucking one of us can be just that kind of lucky. It's the best kind of lucky. So that's nice, and I like to hear about the fish on your boobs. That's nice. That's a great story. It's one of the best stories of the day. Master Trummer, Nez. This is the computer game you played. Nintendo Entertainment System. Incredible. We used to have a babysitter once that came around. She had one. She'd take it with her to play it. Like, how good is that for a babysitter? We didn't have that stuff at that age growing up. And yeah. And also, long story short, my family didn't come from anything other than hard work and pulling themselves up by the bootstraps. A lot of it was my mum and my dad. They were a great team when they were together, and they changed our family's fortunes forever until the banks came along and fucked us in the ass with their cheeky, sneaky tactics, and they've done it again. when my dad didn't deserve it, and they've thrown him out of the family home and taken the fucking piss. Like at the same time, the leaders of these banks are breaking laws left, right, and centre, laws that should get them put in jail, but instead they're just having a fucking laugh about it and getting caught laughing about it as well. That's how bad these people are, right? And they're doing stuff to you, to me, to my family, to your neighbours, to the people who make society function. They're getting away with it impunity because they think that we can't fucking organise. And what they don't know is they've organised us, the fucking wankers. It's over now. It's fucking over, guys. There is no going back. I still have my SNES. You're a lucky bugger. I sold my N64 and regretted it. I'm not surprised. You want? I got an N64 off a guy, a junkie on the street once, who was begging for money, and I felt terrible. He was selling his N64 for £1, and I gave him a tenner for it, and I felt afterwards like I should have given him £100. PS1. I still have my PSP and Game Boy Color. Oh, you got loads of good shit there. Oh shit, chat moved. I mean, like this, so everyone's having a good time. That's great. We'll continue these conversations on in the Discord and at Reddit/r/Tradespotting. Tradespotting spot freaking on. Jeff Smith, legend. Jeff Turek, the first look. Yes, barrel rolls all day. You know what I'd really love to play? I'd love to play Mutant League Football. If somebody can get me Mutant League Football on an emulator or something somewhere, I would love to play that game with Rocky. Star Fox, yes. Do a barrel roll. It's our market now, wankers. Yeah, look at that. Those two messages together. It's our market now, wankers. It is. It's our fucking company. It's our fucking market, and we're going to bounce all over the place wherever we feel like, and they better get out of our fucking way. And we are, on this channel, one of the bellwethers for them to realise where they better fucking get out of the way from. And they are. They're getting the fuck out of the way everywhere they can. They're abandoning their previous mate's citadel to get absolutely fucking screwed. And they know, everybody knows. Would you agree these hedge funds are the reasons for crypto getting wrecked, Matteo Bravo? I don't know, like when it comes to crypto, I look at the charts. I don't think fundamentals matter. I think technicals are 100% of the game there, and that's why I use them to make my money and live my life. And the charts were screaming that we're going down. If you want to know what crypto's doing, follow Rocky. Honest to God, follow him. He calls every top, every bottom, and every asset you could possibly imagine. And he does it all for free. Check out Rocky Outcrop. Rocky Outcrop. Couldn't be clearer about that. It's the best message I'll ever give out on this channel. Then they cry when they get their own medicine. Yeah, they do. They cry and go, we can't wait to see the crying that's going to be done soon. F0 Legendary. Yeah, F in the chat to fuck the hedges. I put an F in the chat for fucking the hedges. We have the blue shell lol. Right, I'm going to look at the Fs in the thing, burn them all fucking down. How many people tuned in for today? 772 people at the minute, and I'm sure there was slightly more earlier at some points. And can I do credits? Is that a thing I can do here? Because I'd really like to have credits to thank people. If I add them afterwards, it probably doesn't work. I imagine that's the case. Credits, is credits here? There's credits. I add that. Go add source credits. Show donations, subscriptions, members, and super chats. Yeah, and is it working? Nah, I don't know if that's right. Who knows? I don't want it like that. F's in the chats. 1080 snowboarding. Wow, that's another amazing game. Shit, there were so many games. I'll get credits up as you guys say F, fuck the hedges. And let's see if we really do want to fuck the hedges, Doomslayers. Let's see how much we want to fuck them. Geometric, that sounds good. I like geometrics. Geometrics. Right, open sans, there's credits working like that. Font size, obviously we want to get the fuck out of town size font size. This is not the kind of small font size type of channel. And can you not just capitalize things? No, you don't want to. Right, sound, roll speed. Well, we don't want it. Like, does any of this work? Because are these even real people? Donor. If I didn't put it on beforehand, then it probably won't work. But it's on, and it is what it is. Let's see. Great, so I've added that, and where is it now? There it is. And where does it come up here? It comes up there. And what would I have to do to make that work? Because I have to open it and hit play, right? Show donations, show followers, subscribers, show cheers. What are cheers? Show moderators. There's only one moderator, two. Ape Andy, and Rocky Outcrop. Like, two people who do so much good for other people on YouTube are moderators on this channel. Like, what a set of fucking nights. What amazing ape nights at this round table we're all at and share. It's amazing. And they don't bestow them any particular privilege for being a moderator. It doesn't work like that around here. It's not a badge of honor. It's a sign that they're your servant, there to help you and to serve, and they do it to help me in the channel, and they're all both absolute legends and that. And I've been reticent to add any more people to the moderators, because those sort of dudes, you know, they're very similar to me. Like Andy's very presentable and that, but he's got an absolutely fucking legendary sense of humor, has Ape Andy. It's incredible, and I hope you all get to see more of that as time goes on. And Rocky Outcrop, who is the greatest human being in the world, and he's just opened my front door. Hi. Did I leave it on the snib, or is he getting in? Are you in? No, is it shut? Okay, I'll have to let him in. Sorry, chat. Back in a second. Oh, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's me back. I let Rocky in his thing. I've got another donation. I'll have to read this out, and probably others will have to go back and check that. Sorry, GameStop.com has 2 for $30 t-shirts this Memorial Day weekend. Support your investment, apes. Yo! Yeah, 2 for $30. 2 for $30 on t-shirts. That seems good, right? If we were to convert that into pounds, that would be 20-something bucks, and you're getting 2 t-shirts for just over a tenner, and at the same time it goes to that. That's not a fucking bad idea. I'm 100% with Neil Tods. I'm saying your name wrong there. Neil Tozod. Neil Tozod. I think he actually means something else with his name, but I like that name. And yeah, there's a good fucking deal. Look at this. Look at this community that Gme have got, with people going around like ourselves, doing marketing for them, encouraging other people to go out and buy their products in that way. Have you ever in your history of your life ever had another company like that? Have you? I mean, no, right? This is the emotional connection you get with like real people. You build a real relationship, right? Like people are with each other in chat here, right? It's like fucking GME is actually goodness personified in that. It's like it's so amazing. See it all. There's Racer X, the absolute legend. The guy is absolute angel, right? And Matteo Bravo, Abacaba. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Just lost $500 from all this action on price. What action on price did you lose $500 on? That was smoky. How did you just lost or dropped? What did you do? Action on price 232. Oh, you're getting in here. Oh, did you lost it as in the price is down that much? Let's go in and zoom into these charts and see if we're getting these awesome orders today. There, through the cloud. There's a buy. People will be buying that now. 15-minute candle. You've got 6 minutes left on it. Could see it get a real. Could actually get down here, couldn't it, chat? Could actually get to these orders. It would be me excited because then I'd get my targets. But if people are actually losing money, that would mean that they've got stops and stuff. So maybe we add this to the underwater time. I don't know. What did we say? Enter here? No, we didn't. We said enter here. 222. Was it 237 or 2? What is it? What was it? 237. We're below that now. Let's just take it like that so that everybody can say, look, how long was the underwater for? Right? We'll give it what's it been at the minute. Let's say 2 minutes, so say it was a total of 39 since February. Let's see how this goes. And it may well turn out that this is the day we're underwater for a while on the old Tradespotting entries, but the truth is I said 217, so we're not really, but we'll just go and we'll give everybody else a chance to catch up, will we? So, did somebody donate for me to say something there? You lost, no, that was somebody else saying something that didn't donate, and then you won't have actually lost, mate. You'll be laughing at the end of the day. Power Hour is awesome, can't wait till Rocky's stream. Peter, there you are, Peter. You're the man talking to you earlier. How's your stickiness? How's your stickiness, Jamie? My stickiness is low. My stickiness levels are low. You only lose if you sell. This is a funny phrase. It's true, though. It's stonks we're trading here, and we're not entering with leverage or on stop losses. And it's not that you're losing if you're underwater. This is a perfectly natural consequence of buying, right? You want to be buying when prices are going against you. You let prices come to you. And then you sell when you actually are selling, when prices are also coming, like doing what you want to, right? It's you're in charge, not the fucking prices. You don't let them push you around. You're the boss. You enter when they come to you, and that's a consequence of that. Sometimes they go just beyond where you get in, but you're not worried about that. That's to be expected. Was tempted to sell some of my AMC when it was $250% up, but opted against it. I prefer the rush of uncertainty whether or not the rent getting paid, right? Yeah, so the AMC is a very different nature of AMC. It goes to 37, it drops back to 20s, 9s or something. It's a huge up and down, and that's to do with the nature of those market participants. Are very different from GME. You know, GME will move one day I suspect it's the rotation plays pulling up AMC because they see that move and they think, well, this is cheaper, I'll get into that, which a lot of people did. Pulls it up, hits a level, people take profit, comes back down. In the meantime, what does GME do? It fucking sits up there at the place it got to. And it has a great time up there. And it sucks up loads and loads of orders. And then it goes on again and moves on again and again and again. That keeps happening, and that's what GME does. It's driving the market at the minute, and it's the one that, despite the fact that AMC may move more on some days, take my word for it, it's GME that's driving that move in AMC, and it's driving a lot of the people trading it. And there's people that are manipulating AMC are doing it with the knowledge that everyone over at GME is like fucking rock solid. So like, bear all those things in mind as being my advice. Welcome back, says Matty O'Breville, just welcoming somebody back. Welcome back as well as Drew. Honorary Zoomer, yo, how you doing, mate? Jamie is still not above its fundamental value. Damn right, it's not tied too closely to AMC price action at the moment. Unfortunately, it is very much tied to that price action. And so when AMC drops, people get worried and they take time, but it doesn't actually affect the charts too much. Like, these are just giving buy opportunities. Like, that screams buy to me. Maywell, there's my Twitter at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter, chaps. And ladies and gents and everybody, look, there's that gap to enter. It's just screamingly inviting. The question is actually asked when you look at this price action at the minute. Nobody can see my cursor because I'm on the wrong fucking thing for you guys to see what I'm doing. The question that you're asked with this price action, which is everything that's happened since here. It was 120 bars of 15 minutes, right? So like commonly 120 seems to be on this channel when I measure things. So the question you're asking is like everybody's waiting, right? There's a huge liquidity area zone around here where people are going to have orders. Shitloads of people have orders for various reasons. The price might even go just beyond that to this 0.5 at 204 and then get bought up. That'd be so good to see. Anyway. It's unlikely. I still think this is just too much of a buy for most people. And Ichimoku Clouds, this formation, you're putting in that type of thing there. There is a degree of, nope, there's not. That's like that to that, to that. That's not enough. That's pulled down. They went over instead of kissed. 15 minutes. Okay. It's a bit of that expected then. This ADX might come down, turn into like lowest shit levels, and then take off again without the price retracing very far. This is like super positive consolidation for GME. It's just consolidation. The question is, do we fill the gap or not? If we do, it won't be for long. We'll be off again. Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold the door. So that's that, chat. That's pretty much everything. I put a link at the top of this video. Was it? Yeah, the link at the top of this video I had to put in chat. Is it still showing up in this video's chat? I think it might be. The link at the top is a video I did earlier. It was a clip of me speaking a couple of 2 days ago about, and it's in a news series of which there'll be a number of episodes made from clips of videos that I put out already that are about reasons to hold GME, and that's number one, and the answer is because you deserve better, and you can see that and remember that message and play that video whenever you want. It's there for you guys as motivation. Whenever you like, can you talk about the correlation GME has to the overall market, for instance, on the VIX or DGI? Well, they don't inject the correlations that DMI as Daniel Robinson. You remember, and you're asking me a question just I'm about to leave, and now I feel guilty, so I should answer it somewhere. Well, DME is, the last couple of weeks, got negative delta, that's what I've been saying. Like, as some things of you were pulling back, there's a slightly less clear picture, slightly muddier lake, slightly less unwanted leg when we see the picture. Going to see the stock market start going up again, but like this is the truth is that GME has been counter to the overall markets for a number of weeks now, and so so we can hope that that trend strengthens. Like with regards to the VIX, with the volatility index, right? You know that's like based around commodities and so on, and that indicator I think there's a degree of separation between GME's price action and that particular indicator. I use a different thing to measure volatility, and a number of different things. And I like the VIX is all right for an overall like if your play is like a SPY or a DJI call or whatever, a covered call or some sort of options play, then yeah, sure, obviously VIX, right? Obviously. But when it comes to measuring the volatility in GME, it's like next to useless, right? It was going off the charts a couple of weeks ago, and VME was flat as a dog, as a dead dog. And then the other way around, a few days later, Drew's Tech, yo buddy, Drew's Tech, super legend, Drew's Tech, I love you, mate. Thanks very much for the donation. Where is your work at, Drew? Where is your shop at? Please tell me so that I can tell everybody. And if I don't see it and you tell me, everybody else tell me. Drew's Tech's a legend there. Worthy is life. We do deserve better. Fucking right, mate. Yeah, you know it. Yeah. Hello, Jamie. I'm from the Big Rotten Apple. Love it. New see. I just wanted to thank you and chat. I'm a lurker and I listened. Thank you for all your help guiding us. Good luck, Apes Huddle. Oh, Resident Flea. That is such a nice message. Thanks so much. And to everyone like yourself who've put in a little message like that I've missed, or hi Coco, or who have said something in chat and I've missed it, right? I saw there was a number of those yesterday. I apologise for that during the dilemma story. Obviously wasn't looking at chat enough. And I read your messages and I appreciate you. And all the other people who lurk and don't want to talk for whatever reason, it's obviously you're right, perfectly acceptable. I might be the same as you in this position. I don't actually know because I'm on this side of the camera. And in fact, there is no camera today. And look at the stupid picture of me on fucking Instagram. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, sorry about that. I should have put on an ugly picture of me. That's what I should have been doing instead of going to Instagram, picking a picture that people have told me they like. Well, what am I going to do though? I mean, obviously that's a decision to make, right? Whatever. Why am I fucking talking about that? I was trying to answer Resident Flea, and I was trying to say, yeah, thanks very much for everybody who tunes in, whether or not you listen, comment, watch, like anything you do. Just tuning it all is a real blessing, and I never understand why so many people do. And what I'd like to be have better relationships with all of you. I hate the parasocial aspect of YouTube. I hate it when I can only see your names. I hate it even more when you guys can't see me. And I tried to do this stream with in my socks without putting shoes on earlier, and I was like, this is too weird, you know. So now that the camera's off, I also really don't like it. I like it all when it's the way it should be. And I've got my shoes on and I can see myself on the screen. If I can't at least see that, then I can see you. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I can usually see his back. If you've got a private account, totally understand. Most people do nowadays. Then I can't see your back, but you can also send each other messages there or on Twitter. And I love hearing from you all. So thanks very much, Drew's Tech, for that donation. Cheers, buddy. And I think I saw another at Tradespotting there. I did. It was Drew. South Mississippi. Yeah, anyone who's in South Mississippi. What's the name of your shop, Drew? Anyone who's in... Lots of New Yorkers in here love it. Yeah, it does seem like there's loads of New Yorkers in here. Fucking the swagger on the New Yorkers is amazing. It's like Scotland. It reminds me of that. You know, see a lot of the guys in New York walk around. I quite like it when you see dudes walking around with a bit of a swagger. Some people take it personally. I'm not sure what their fucking problem is. Anyway, yeah. So always walk with a swagger. You know. Like you've got your own personal theme tune in your head, bouncing along. I noticed that a lot in New York. Style in New York too. Awesome style there. I fucking love the place so much about it. And the food, like everyone said. And I had the fish broth in New York opposite. I think it was St. Malachy's Church in this tiny little place. It was fucking insanely amazing. Everything about New York's amazing. But anyway, got carried away. Tie me, power to the lurkers. Fuck yeah, power to the lurkers. You love you guys, love you all. Like the silent majority of people that watch this channel never comment or join in chat. So like big love to all of you, because I mean, without you, none of us else would be anything. So thanks. You Scottish? Aye, little bit, mate. Lol, swipe right as in market buy. Market buy, swipe right, not as in Tinder. Lovely lurkies. I already have GME. Should I buy AMC now also? Now, we could have got a 29, would have been nice. Should I buy it also? I mean, if you've got spare money and you're asking for my advice, and I'm not allowed to give you advice, I'd say put it in GME. But if you want to ask Rocky, he'd probably give you a more balanced opinion. Resident Flea has become a member. Yo, that was very quick. You only discovered us yesterday. What a vote of confidence. Thanks, Resident Flea. You're very welcome. Big welcome, Resident Flea. Everybody, welcome, Resident Flea. Thanks so much for your support. I already have it. Should I buy more? Get GME, mate. If you're interested in knowing what price to buy AMC, check out Rocky at Market Close. I'll be off in a minute, and he'll be coming on shortly afterwards. Lurker here. Yo, another lurker. Joshua Smith. Love your work, man. Thanks very much, Joshua. Thanks for your support. That's very much appreciated. Great to see you. Joshua Smith. And where's the other lurker that hadn't chatted before? Moved on again. That Sam's moved on, or did I just read it the same one twice? I'm not sure. That guy's missed his name now. Damn it. But then I got the second one. Lovely lurkies. Yeah, we got that. I already have Jimmy. That was that question there. Joshua is like lurker, like who's here now. But I don't even like that name, lurker. It's just like another members the audience. That's sexy. IF pick Death Games. Thanks very much. Thank you. Maybe I'll update my Tinder profile and put it on. There's it probably is, though I don't know. It might not be. A lot of New Yorkers in here now love it. Rocky Outcrop. Mugo. JCC. Salt and sauce with that, Rocky. Fuck yeah. Salt and sauce. Salt and bread. Oh, there's lots of chats I've just missed at the bottom. Ronaldo Moreno. Always love seeing you, mate. How you doing? And saying hello, Andy Lee. Pepper Hayes. Duncan MacLeod. Of the MacLeod clan. We know him. There can only be one. Christy Merchant. Oh yeah, I wanted to get some. Saw some funny post, right? You know that post that's got lots of AMC YouTubers and then like one GME YouTuber, like the famous one of all, on there, in a big collection, like the Avengers or whatever it is. And for some reason, none of them have got their laser green eyes. I don't think so anyway, which is like weird because that's obviously what should be on that poster. I respect that people who do that, so interested in that. But neither I nor Rocky were on it, and I was like, that is kind of, I have to admit that did get to me. Like that did kind of. It's like that was a little bit of ow, I'm not even on that poster. But then I was like, well, if I'm on that fucking poster, I want to be right in the fucking middle of it. So like, anyone feels like fucking fannying around with some posters and slapping me on there, I'd very much appreciate it. I'd be doing it myself if I had more time, but then it feels like self-gratuitous. So maybe I'll just make them of Rocky. Just tuning in after work. Why am I looking at a photo of Tradespotting, says Kaz Suzuki? Because my stupid camera battery was just getting too pissed off, and somebody said, I think it was Jeff, just put up a photo, and then I needed one of me that was on the internet so that I could get Streamlabs to do its job quickly. Or did I save it in the end, use a media thing? Anyway, whatever, I ended up getting that one. And these are lucky you're not being inflicted of me dancing around naked in a pair of Scottish boxer shorts, because I was two seconds away from putting that on. How are we talking about your mouse isn't moving? Amazing, really. It is. It's called a ventriloquist. Somebody's got her hand up my ass and they're like making me say things. Christy Merchant with the New Yorks. Awesome. And we've missed messages there because chat just did a big jump. Kachiko Valador, you look great today, Jamie. Thanks. Nice shirt. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it. Zaya, look. Iron ore. They seem really desperate to get it down today. What iron ore? There isn't enough iron ore in the world. Still cool. Probably making at 7:20 today. Yeah, probability of making it. Womp. What is the time coming up? 5:30. Probability. This is a good looking area, isn't it, guys? Wow. Some people would be scared by this, but I quite like it. What would people say? Like, oh, that's a head and shoulders. It's not actually. Let's look at that. Oh, you can see the RSI underneath it there. It's not giving you a head and shoulders. In fact, chat. In fact. Whoop. Look what they said. Look, did we draw that line in and say that would happen? We did, didn't we, chat? And here it comes, even though prices were like doing that at the time. What was it earlier when we started this thing? They were like that, and we were saying that's not sustainable. It might have a bounce off it, which it did, and then it'll probably come down and test this line. That's this fucking quality of this TA. Look, there's the measured move off the bottom of it to test it on a 4-hour, but like the 15-minute one, you get it there. I can't actually tell you why all these lines are doing the things they're doing at the minute, but when I drew them in, they meant something. So if you're watching from the start or you watch back, congratulations. So anyone wants to put timestamps in this video, I fucking love you. Thank you so much. Do it, Naked in Boxers, Queen Bee. Well, you've seen it already. It's on my freaking Instagram, innit? Tradespotting. Why is the colour difference between moving averages? Says Jeff Smith. Just so you can identify which one's which, right? A moving average, Jeff. Let's tick off. These aren't moving averages. This is an Ichimoku cloud. If you want to know how that works, Rocky Outcrop has got a video on it. It's literally the best video on the Ichimoku cloud in the entire world. It's free and it's on his playlist education. And it'll tell you how to trade using this and you'll make shitloads of money. Right? It's a brilliant video. And the Ichimoku cloud is really helpful. If you don't want to learn any TA at all, but you just want to use it, then there's loads of simple strategies that you can use to make money with it that are reliable and are cool. Can you tell me if it's safe to buy AMC again? What's the price of AMC at right now? Paul B, super chat. Oh, it's Paul B that did that. Like, let's see. Let me see. Where's AMG? 2523. That's GME. It's not AMC 2614. Is that safe? Well, it bounced off this part of your cloud on the 15 minutes. That's a buy. This is a positive cross. It's not uncrossed. That's got a negative cross there, but that's counting for support. Yeah, this is a buy on AMC. Yeah, you're safe to buy it there, probably. Safe as in what? I mean, don't buy it on leverage and then you're safe no matter what. Not going to be underwater for long, likely, if you buy it here. Yeah, this is a buy in my book. So is it down at 24.97, so is it down at 24.40, and then as far down as 22, thing that would be a buy. Like, you're never going to get it down at 18, but if you did, that's a fucking buy too. And are you safe? Yeah, this shit's going to gain, I think. Nothing to tell me otherwise. Let me just triple check that there. Paola, huge donation. Hi Jamie, could you please recap which indicators you will be using to identify the peaks during the MOS? Yeah, sure, no problem. We'll do that in a second. Tradespotting. Sorry, yes, need to learn about this. Oh, the Ichimoku cloud. Yes, you definitely need to learn about this. Everybody should have it in their toolbox. You know, one of the advantages. That's a good buy. See, I told you. I told you. Sort of. 236 and GME. Is this a buy yet? Obviously was down there. Wow, people are getting good bargains on this, and this is all going to turn out to be absolutely beautiful, I suspect, but then I could be wrong, don't sue me. But you asked my advice, and that's it. And is it safe to buy Gme AMC, Paul? Yeah, it's safe to get a little bit, but you could step your orders and gradiate them down all the way down, like to $18, and then you'll get loads of good orders potentially, but you might get some around here, and you might never get any apart from them. Aye, Jamie, they'll cover those. We'll do in a second. Paul B answered to Paul. Tradespotting, what is the coloured time reference? Okay, Jeff was asking that. I was trying to answer that. Yeah, these are the difference, and that's because it's not the normal moving averages. The actual moving averages. I've turned them off. Let's turn off the Gme cloud now because it's like in the way anyway. I'm going back to that's like, look how well that's doing. Does that mean it's a recovery? No, not yet. There's lots of things that could happen. That is a downward formation. I'd wait on that actually. I mean, if you've already bought it, you could. Yeah, great. I mean, but there's also like nothing confirming that yet. It might well be that something like that's a supply line until such times as. It's already tested that. That's a buy. It was a good one, and it might work out great. If it doesn't, then your next one's in at 21.82, and then as if you're getting 18.58. It's there if you get it. If you do, you're lucky. It's probably not going to happen. And the difference between the colours in the moving averages, I was supposed to be answering the other chap. Jeff, not the other chap. It's Jeff. Sorry about it, Jeff. Right. We'll turn off the drawings, so there's nothing on there. Get rid of the other. Oh shit. Drawings go away. That come off there, that come off there. Just go on to here and then show you the moving averages to explain what they are really. Whoops, I just turned them off. That's not very smart, is it? So you've got this one, it's a 20. This one's a 55. This is 100 simple moving average, the 200 simple moving. The 200 simple moving average, the 100 exponential, and the 200 exponential, and that's those moving averages, right? This is a positive display. The only other best sort of thing that could happen is this purple here will be above this one here, but they're simple and exponential, so it doesn't actually matter about their relative place to each other. And anyone who tells you it does is actually just not done enough studying on this, because it's close, but there is no cigar. You're wrong. And what do these do? They measure price action, right? They're an average of price action over a number of periods, right? This is a 20 period moving average. So this is an average of this is the price over every of the 20 previous candles here. These are candles. And you add up 20 of them and then divide that, add up the total number of all, like when you add up like 29, 31, like this AMC, so you're adding these together and you divide it by 20, and then at that point when you've added up the previous 20 and give it'll draw an average, right? It's an average, and it's in there, moving average. Exponential moving average, which is the 20, the yellow, the 55, your bright was the cyan or whatever, and your purple. These exponential moving averages, they put increasing weight on those periods closer to price action, right? So 20 period exponential moving average will be putting increasing weight on the most recent candle bar. So your average is different, and it's supposed to more, the idea being that it's more representative of this end of the trend aspect, and some people like them for that, and they are good on the smaller time frames because moving averages themselves inherently have a lag. So like that's a little bit that's good. Other people try to use things called Hull moving averages to get rid of it even more, but I don't feel like it's that severe that you need to do that. And the way in which I use them is confirmatory factors along with other indicators, which you'll have seen me do in the past. So, and I'll touch on that when I answer about the MOAS answer in a second. David Ramirez, how you doing? Tradespotting, what is the colour difference? I'm still answering that question, sorry. So like these are your 20 period moving averages, 20 periods, and the exponential means there's slightly more weighting on the most recent candles. The 55 is the 55 periods, the 100 is the 100 periods, 200 periods. Simple moving average is like a simple sum. It's it's just the common mean, like the average, and it's just even easier than exponential. And it used to be that people would have to work these out themselves and plot them on graphs, but now we've got charting software and platforms to do it for us. Happy fucking days. When I started working at the bank, there was nothing like this. There was no looking at charts, right? And that was not that long ago. There was only a fucking rank screen. Anyway, long story short, I'm not interested in talking about that. Tradespotting, what is the colour difference? That's done that. Why do I keep reading the same messages? Is there something wrong in my head? And there's another message. I missed that at the time. Jamie. What was the other question? What indicators? Could I go over them again? Right, the indicators I'll be using during the squeeze. So, right, I'll be using the moving averages, obviously, right? I'm just telling you what they are. I'm not going to tell you how to use them. If you want that, you'll have to tune in during the MOAS, or instead, you'll have to learn it yourself, and it'll take you, a couple of years. So like, and that would be with me teaching you as best I possibly could. And like, is that worth either of our time? Probably not. If you want to actually learn these things, go over and check out Rocky Outcrop channel, where that's his mission, to get 1,000 good traders around you. I'll just tell you what the ones I'll be using are, and like give you a brief understanding of them, right? Brief, very brief. Like I've already done with all the other ones. This volume, I'll be using just this, right? I don't need any other type of volume indicator. Everything you could possibly hope to achieve with looking at volume, you can achieve between here, looking at this, and looking at the size of these bars, and you can tell that in an instant, and it doesn't do anything but put the final icing on a cake when it comes to making decisions. So that's all I need, right? And it's got a simple moving average across it, which is like spectacular. When price is above it, fantastic. Price below it, still fantastic. Use it as confirmation with regards to other things. Other indicators I'd use on here would include, for doing the, like Rocky's DMI, you've seen me put that on earlier, right? I've not got them on, but now it's on twice, is it? ESI, DMI, there it is. So we're using Rocky Outcrop's DMI. You can get this for free if you go to any of the links in Rocky's Discord with it, or in the description under any of his videos, or ask him for it in chat and he'll pin it in his chat and he'll give you these indicators for free. DMI measures the strength of trend, right? It measures the strength of trend. It does it fucking amazingly. The way Rocky's little changes to it make it even easier to use. And I say even easier, it wasn't really easy to begin with, but now it is as easy as it'll ever be. And you've got it, you can change the colours, and I often do, so that they're more like the football teams that I support when I'm bored. And I only have green and red on candlesticks because that's like what people expect to see. I actually prefer blue and purple for my own eyes, but whatever. That's completely neither here nor there. I'll be using DMI, I'll be using his RSI because it's got an EMA through it. Again, it's just all these things making it user friendly and at a glance understanding, really easy. Using the MACD for final measure of momentum. I'll be using the HPV for the historical volatility percentile, and that'll be using the fact for kickoff, but less for close. And then other indicators I'll be using would include, let's just remove those for a second. Parabolic SAR, right? We're using this H.J. John Wilder. It's an excellent addition to add to your other indicators he invented. Like he invented the first DMI and RSI, right? And this parabolic SAR is another one of his. It's fantastic. You're using it on the 4-hour chart, and you like an uptrend. Boom. Touch that, it's a buy. If you're above the 200, you got a positive, everything else looks good. P100 moving average, I've just turned them off, but there's reasons why it's to be a buy. If it opens and closes a 4-hour candle below these areas, then you're looking for the price to go down. But at the minute, I think that the spit on now is the prices will hit 269.17 at some point. Let's see it. It may well be that that's tomorrow, but not tomorrow, Tuesday. But like, now that it's put in this thing here, it's higher. It's like this is just a target, and that's how this works. And when you're looking for trend breaks and stuff, you use it in combination with other things, and I'll tell you how that works at the time. It's not just about opening and closing the other side of it. Like that in and of itself would probably be a false signal. There's so many other things that go around it. It would take me hours to explain it. And I'll be relying heavily on this indicator and the way I use it, which isn't even out of its box set. So I'd be changing that to start out with. And not only that, I don't like these little blue dots for a start. I'd make them yellow because that looks much better. As you can see already, it's like, yeah, that's nice. And like you think we're going down here, but actually you're aiming up here, and you change the color of things. It changes your perspective. You don't know how to use it. The people that come out of the box blue, you might think it's bad. It isn't bad. That's not the way it works, right? There is no good and bad. Other than that which we have identified and are going to destroy. Right, so that's that. I've got other indicators too, but like, which football teams, Jamie? Which footy teams? Well, in Spain, I like Real Sociedad. I also like Granada. In Germany, I like. In Scotland, I like Celtic. In England, I like West Ham. Where else? Where else do I like football teams? I also like Barcelona. I used to like the place, but I don't like the football team. I couldn't be doing with that tippy-tappy pish. I was kind of hoping that they would all get wrecked at some point and smashed, because the tippy-tappy stuff just gets on my tits. I like that though when I see it in teams I do support though. So I don't know, maybe that says more about me than them. They are trying to shake monkeys off the tree, yo. So yeah, I like Scotland, I like Ireland, I like Celtic. I even have a lot of respect for Rangers, although like obviously they are swore enemies. And Rocky Outcrop's DMI has been a game changer for me. There you go. There's from Drew's Trek, and he's been trading for years, and he says it's a game changer. And that's there you go. You won't get a better recommendation than that. What footy teams? Says Liam. I see. Which footy teams? Jamie asked me again. Ha! Could make or break. Oh, I see. It could make or break. Landline buy-in. It maybe did. What did I do? I have to see what he said. Good lad. Sweet. The boys. He got it. He's Sporting Lisboa. Sporting Lisboa. Nice place. But I can't. It's all about the Celtic when it comes down to it. Newcastle United. They're just across the border there. Newcastle. Get your hands off Ayer, although you can have them for a few quid if you want them. Well, you can use the regular one if you like, but you can also use mine and get it here. Why are you being modest? Use Rocky's. Use that there. Oh, do I get a link? Destination. I'm going to put that link in. Rocky, you can just put that as a link, can't you? Is that not a link? Gumroad.com Rocky Outcrop. Copy. Let me just see. Does this work if I paste it in, and then then you'll have it in chat. Oh yeah, it does. There, great. So I can put it a link too, so everybody can definitely see this. Pin, and make it a link. How do I pin it? Replace pinned. What was then? That was my video, right? Replace my video. Certainly, very much with Rocky's. Minor M, welcome to Chimp. Yo, welcome, buddy. Welcome to the family. Great to see you there, Minor M. You're very great at supporting the channel over here, and Rocky, and you're very generous. Thank you very much. No, Asley. I pinned that link right at the top there. You'll get that DMI. Get it, right? You also get his RSI. Get it. It's better than the other ones. It's good for you. It's not on TradingView because partly when he started doing this stuff, TradingView were like, oh no, change it like this and change it like that. And he's like, nah, fuck off. It's the way it is and that's the way. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off. And I respect him for that. So if you want to get it, the only place you're getting it's that link. Can you discuss the market in general? So I can't really, mate. I've got to go, but I will read this comment and try and do it because it's you setting built. I mean, some will talk about destroying all hedge funds, but without some of these funds, there is no market, and the market requires buyers and sellers and risk takers. Yeah, well, I mean, the two that we'll have with us then, if we need some of them, we'll let BlackRock and Vanguard and Fidelity, we'll let those two survive, certainly. It needs liquidity providers, but it doesn't need hedge funds setting build. They've only been around since the 80s. It doesn't actually need hedge funds. They'll sell you a lie that it needs them because they demand liquidity. But liquidity is like some of the reasons that you need so much of that is because the settlement process is so inefficient. And whose fault is that? Well, it's theirs, and it's a self-serving narrative. We finish the settlement periods, fix it all up, and then we don't fucking need anywhere near as many as we do. And they can see that coming down the road. BlackRock and Vanguard too. It's not just a personal thing. Larry fucking hates Ken, but it's not just that. That's not the only reason he's laying the smackdown on him. It's because the town ain't big enough for the both of them, right? And he's not going to let it be him. He's going to fuck Ken, and we're going to help him in that. And then afterwards, we're going to call a peace treaty with BlackRock and say, cool, well, the apes won't take you down, you won't take us down. We'll probably fucking help each other. And that's how that relationship should evolve if all things go the way they should. That'll be the way that goes. And Vanguard, they can come along for the ride. Other people, we're not so fucking friendly with you, so shut the fuck up and get the fucking back of the queue. If we need to deal you will. But those are the two that we're friendly with at the minute, and hopefully it stays that way. And like we could set it, we could take it that, like we will go that way, right? We would take it that way, but we can be trusted. And can they? Let's see. It's amazing how you can explain all of this without moving your mouth once. Yes, it is amazing. Demigod Nero, how to DMI. Exactly. When DMI. EOD equals mass spectrometer, give or take $0. So C equals. I think what that means. Why am I looking at the right screen? I think that what mass spectrometer says is we're going to frickin' moon. Feeling okay to Jamie, Rocky Outcrop after the jag. Yo, PH3D, I'm good. Rocky Outcrop asked if you're PH3 asked if you're okay. How very friendly. What a nice lad he is too. Rocky Outcrop said, yeah, I've read all this. Fucking Jamie, what you doing? Read saying my setting bull. Yes, that's what I wanted to know. Thanks, you're welcome, setting bull. Hope was that me? Oh, Rocky's answering. Thank God. Thank you, mate. Was that supposed to be a question? Somebody asked me a question. Maybe it was me. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Sorry. Take the indicator. Thank you. Cheers. You're welcome, Jeff. You're welcome, Rocky. Rocky's saying thanks. Okay, Rocky, thank paid. I appreciate the work. Thanks. That's very good of you, Jason Strauss. Well, it's very, very good of you. Thank you. And thank you everybody who supported this channel. I'm going to education, TreysTrades. Thoughts on costs and expert. Cost looks great. Expert, I'm not so sure. I haven't looked at that. Costs. Some chap, who was it? Was it yourself? Somebody in Discord asked me to look at it a couple of days ago. I looked at it by then. It was a buy. It's done well. It's a fucking congratulations to that guy. Well spotted, well called. Everything about that was good. I'm a fan of it. So that's my thoughts, but I'm not going to look at it right now. James Street will win also. Simple, and I'll be talking to each other and they're all happy, right? We'll use a good Jackie Bell. How's it going, Jack, mate? Thank you very much for joining. And you've played Rocky as well. You're very generous, chap. Everybody is here. Jeff, legend, absolute left. Hands for Jeff. He helped me make that video earlier today. Big round of applause for Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks everybody for being such amazing members of this community. The Zopla guy did the intro, which you'll have seen. It was on my video earlier today. Legend guy did that video. It's an incredible animation thing. Thanks so much to him. if you tell me where you work and stuff like that and what your company is, I'll tell people, and if they like it, they'll get work off you too, and he tell you this guy's a fucking brilliant guy, and I'd like to share your stuff. So definitely let me know. And let me just double check that I get an email here with the t-shirt design. If it did, I'll show you that. Let me double check. I'm not there right now. It is on my Instagram though, but that's not the finished design. Well, I was hoping to see that today, but maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see it over the weekend or tomorrow. Rocky and I, well, we'll see it there. Hopefully, Joel, get in touch with me and let me know. Let me know, buddy. And then what else? Everybody's trying to send me messages helping me do stuff. Stefan F, like, you're a legend. Stuff you helped me with yesterday, understanding the merch stuff, and a couple of people, little bits chipped in as well. But well, incredible amount of information from Stefan between all of you. So I kind of understand what I'm doing there a little bit better. Thank you, Christy Merchant. Nice, yo. So everybody's happy, and there's Tony Wright, the legend, the man. Wish I could adopt him as a brother. Such a good guy. Care about him so much. Tony, love you, Tony. End of day prediction. What's my end of day prediction? Everybody has to do one if I have to do one. I've given so many predictions today. I would like them to stand out in and of what they are and what they mean, right? So my predictions I've covered them plenty of times. I'm not going to confuse people with giving like an end of day prediction on top of good entries and good everything else. But I would like to read other people's end of day predictions, and then I can laugh at the people who are wrong, congratulate those who are correct tomorrow. But I've given best entries and so on. I think they're trying to keep it below 250 because of options. I think you might well be right, Cosmic Lightning Warrior. At the very end of the day, it might just pop just above it and fuck people in the ass. Let's see how that goes. Tradespotting, love you, Jamie. Love you, Stefan. You're a legend, a fucking legend. What are we downloading? I was putting my pasta in the microwave. What are we downloading? I'm not sure. Jamie, I loved the story yesterday. I don't care about AMC or Jamie. Daniel Dornstead, I like you too, mate. Thanks very much. Thanks, man. You're welcome, Tony. Thank you. Every day of every thanks was for you, Tony. Thank you. Paul B, no idea. Edgecombe Tony, 240. Okay, 240. 240, 241. Dustin, I do not know. It uses Paint script for TradingView and may be convertible easily. Oh, good. Oh, you're using it on different platforms. Well, you should just be using TradingView, mate. It's better. Daniel Darmstead smiles, laughing. End of day 33.36 on AMC. 33.36. Let's see that actually. Let me see AMC. Hello, click the button. Cool. My end of day on AMC is $30. If you get above 30, fucking amazing. Anything better than that, I'm happy for you, but they've given targets already. I won't confuse the picture too much. Tradespotting, Tony is thinking of starting a channel. How great is that? It's fucking amazing, Tony. You should definitely do one, Tony. You should definitely do that. It's absolutely amazing. I'll promote you as much as I can, help you get as much of the people who would be a part of your audience that would trust me to be that. And you should definitely do that. You're an absolute legend. Fucking hell, that you should definitely do that, and I'd love to have people like you on YouTube, more of people like you, because you're a legend. Do it, Tony. Don't let anything stop you between now and fucking being up and running too. Thanks for all your hard work and extraordinary TA, Queen B. You're very welcome. It is pretty extraordinary, isn't it? Wait for more of the same when Tony starts getting his channel. Tom Hedge, took half profits from AMC and loaded the rest. The boat with SNDL. Today is the day. Breaking out now. Out right now, motherfucker. Advil. Yo, Avdil, how's it going, mate? Good to see it. And Advilumen, nice. What are people saying to Avil? David, 256. There's a man says that all the puts are going to go boom, boom, boom. Christy, 250. Chris, 250.02. Oh, look at that. Christy and Chris. And it being that one letter, was it 2 letters different about your name and 1 cent difference in the prices. I've only just got here today, Jack Bell. Had to actually do work. Well, are we doing the drinking stream later or what? Yeah, I certainly hope so. We were going to do the drinking stream later. I have to get the booze from the alcohol to set that up, but Rocky's going to do his stream, and then we'll get the spinning wheel, and then we'll try and do that. Yeah, and where am I going to be? I might have to be here and him be at his place, which would mean that we could do it on both channels instead of one. Let's just do it on one channel, and then from one channel, probably his then, or mine, whatever, and then from that, I'd have to be in a different location though. and then have him on my stream. We'll see. Like, I would like to spend the evening with Rocky, so maybe we won't, but we'll see what he says, and he'll be the one to tell us, and it'll be tonight. Are we doing a drinking stream later? He says he don't know. It says he's got his. Haven't set it up yet. It's true, we haven't set it up yet, and I have to get off quickly if I'm going to be able to do that. So we'll see. He will tell us. He will tell us. I won't know. And did I get credits to work so that I could say thanks to everybody and actually know who you were? Let's imagine that works, right? And there's credits, and I did it, and I put it on, and let's see if I can just fucking can I play credits now? What would I do to play them? How do I push play on credits, Rich? Use the what? Use the what? I can't hear you. Sorry. Okay, I can't. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know. I can't actually get it working, and Rocky isn't actually in the room, so he can't show me. Stream labels. He said. I don't know what you mean about stream labels. What do you mean about stream labels? There he is.
A program called Stream Labels. I told you to download it like 100 billion times.
You probably did. Sorry. So it's not open already. Will it still work?
Well, I guess you can probably play it through the. I don't know how else you play
Okay,
it.
thanks anyway.
Sorry.
Okay, no probs. Thanks for that. I'll get it running next time and follow your advice like I should always be doing. That's okay, don't worry. Thanks anyway. Right, thanks everybody. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks for everybody. Sports channel, all the different ways. Really generous, really appreciate it. I really love it. Thanks, Jeff. You're a good man. You should roll Ronaldo's song with the credits. If he doesn't mind, yeah, I'll definitely do that. Thanks very much. I don't actually have the credits, but I'll roll the song and then I'll end at Tradespotting. You're my Scottish brother from another mother. T.A. King, Chad Slapper of H-Bonds, David P. Euro Legends. Good to see you, mate. Dutch 10 Slicher, Rocky Outcrop. Thank you. Yes, Ian Weir, 275. Ian in with that's outside the standard deviation. Other than Jason, I don't think anybody higher target than that. Jason's 426,669,996.69 cents. That's quite a lot of millions. That's a lot of them that I like. You can now vote on eToro, not on the. You can you? Congratulations. Well, is that eToro finally getting the message? Congratulations. Vote on eToro. Vote, as they say in Ireland. Vote early, vote often. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Jeff Smith, thank you again. Bavash said, I just missed it. Hold on what? Thinking stream? What time? I'm 100% in for that. Yeah, we're going to check on for the. Hold on, what? It's like we're thinking of doing it tonight. We have to speak to Rocky because he's had the vaccine. And I'll see his feeling, but that's the chat. Thanks everybody. See all the people saying bye. Graham, Yo, Crackpile, Drew Steck, Jen, Jeff. Racer X, Resident Flea, thanks very much, buddy. Zero Terrible Certainty. Ape Love is not a meme. Fucking right, it's not a meme. It's life. It's life. Life to eat, Jamie. At Life to Eat. Jamie and I are brothers. We live in the same city. I called in to say hi, yo, and that's great. And we're going to eat something now and then see it. Says things like, thanks very much for everybody for being here. Love you all. Get Ronaldo's song. Yo, Ronaldo. Which window am I open in here? Well, it's not that one. Close. And live stream in AMC. It's this one is where we are. Bump 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 bum 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 bum. Right, and what are we looking for here? We are looking for Dias. Dias is the song. Oh, exit full screen. We don't want that to happen. That's not what we wanted. There it is. Ronaldo, 181. Why is this? Is this the actual Ronaldo? Because I should be subscribed. Is this Ronaldo? That's his song. Is this a different channel? This is it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Subscribe. Everybody make sure you've hit that button. 191. Let's see that update. Why did that not go up to 192? See, this is the fuckery of YouTube. Maybe it did. I didn't notice it. And look at all these other songs he's got here. Check out Ronaldo and subscribe to this channel. Let me just pin this, actually. What's the pin at the minute? It's Rocky's Indicators. Oh, no, that's not where I'm going. That's where I'm going is here. So here's a pin to Ronaldo's channel. His whole channel. I think this is right. Am I right with that? That is right. This is. I've played that song on it before, so I am right. I was a bit disconcerted, thinking maybe it wasn't, but it is. Replace pinned with this. Yes. Message pinned. Right. There's Ronaldo's channel. Everybody go there and subscribe and like this video and like his videos, all of them. But in particular, the one we all love. Wait a minute. What am I on? Does everybody else see what I'm seeing here? Yes. Where's it gone? There it is. Fuck. Right, 98 likes. This should easily be like 98,000. Come on, guys. Like, can we get this over 100 just right now in front of my face? Guys, can you click that link and open it in a new tab and get this over 100 right now? It should be over 100. 99. Let's get over 100, guys. I mean, I'm not going anywhere till we get it over 100. Jesus creepers. Yeah, it should be at 100 by now, surely to goodness. Oh my goodness, why is it not 100? I'm going to go mad here. So we'll get that to 100 in a minute, won't we, chat? I'm going to hold. Have you ever, brothers, heard of the Peppermint Apes? No, I haven't heard of Peppermint Apes, but I do like the sound of them. UK band, home garage, small garage, rather good. Okay, I'll check that out. Peppermint Apes sounds like nice. Tune done. Okay, we got a couple of dones there, so this should be at 100 now, even if it isn't telling me, which it bloody well better tell me. Boom, 108. Fuck yeah, go on, King Ronaldo. Here we are, right? Legend. AMC 2627 GME 23493. Will this prove to be a buy? Quite possibly. I got our targets. Love you guys. See you next